Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to our Rome to Divide at Impera Hannibal at the Gates campaign as the Legions of Rome on legendary difficulty, of course. We are continuing our playthrough. It appears that we are in the winter months, which are always a bit of a slog waging war, but this should give us a little bit of an opportunity to build up our forces over here. Been a hot minute since we played this campaign, so it may take me a little while to sort of catch my bearings here, but hopefully we'll be a bit more consistent with this campaign moving forward. But bearing in mind my schedule, which is kind of going to be up in the air in the next little while. So okay, so we've taken this. We've got these guys here. Yeah, I think we are.
Commander. At your command. At your command.
In a situation here where we've got to move out of this province with some of these forces. Yeah, what's the supply situation here? Regional supplies -8, faction storage 11, total supply chains -83, estimated consumption 93. That's not good. Total supply is 3. Season winter. Oh boy, yeah, I was gonna play this yesterday, but I didn't want to do a whole lot of thinking. I just wanted to play some Total War where I could just sit back, relax, and put it in cruise control. Whereas that's not going to be the case here in this one. Asana says Roma Victor. Absolutely, man. Well, that's what we're hoping anyway. We're in a little bit of a tight situation here in Spain. We finally scooped up a main, like a province capital that we can use as a base of operation. Hopefully we can get the population up so that we can start recruiting troops over there. However, some of our other territories nearby are running into public order issues. And I think on top of that, our allies in the area, the Tarbelli, did not join one of our recent wars. So we liberated this faction, and now they're being a little bit difficult. Lucius the Eternal says you just need a unit of pikes to hold the town center, at least for units with pikes. It's a good call. Those pikes in Rome 2 are really powerful in defensive situations. Freaking diplomacy in this game, man. It's like these guys are friendly towards us. We liberated them. They're reliable, and we can't negotiate any kind of
we have need of
can't even get a non-aggression with them.
But we also need good
freaking
food.
Ridiculous. Not to mention that on top of that, your allies will often betray you. Lucius says, I'm rooting for Spartacus. Ah, man. You know what? We were talking about how much, you know, some of the different types of campaigns that they could have added to Rome 2. And that's one of the ones that always comes to mind for me is the Spartacus Rebellion. I thought would have been a really fun campaign. I know there's like there's a mod for Spartacus, but I was looking at it and it just didn't look like it had a whole lot of depth to it. So I just never tried it out. Let's take a look at the political situation. Yeah, we'll just take a little bit of time here to catch our bearings. So we've got a 3% risk. So I suppose it's these guys. If we secure the loyalty, we should be fine. That gets it back down to 0. Yeah, our political grip is slowly slipping. These guys are continually gaining more and more support. And finally, they've actually carved up their areas of the empire. So if they do revolt, these areas will turn. Okay, what are we researching? Lucius says Carthage to lenda s. We are researching presently plus 25 diplomatic relations to Africans, and then we're going to go for this. Try and improve that diplomatic relations with Iberians. So 15 turns before we get that done. And quite a bit of cash as well on top of that, but I think it'll be worth it. Jabal says, hey Reg, how are you? Carthago delentes. And Lucius says, Carthago, what a fool I have been. Alright, yeah, and we're dealing with, we've had a bit of a rebellion here with the, Cephanes. These guys were previously our allies, and they turned on us. What are we doing with this bloke here? Okay, I believe he's coming back to pick up these troops. Which means we can get rid of one of these generals. Which one do we want to get rid of? We've got our baggage trains here. What do we got for... you know what happened? These freaking guys stole one of my artillery pieces here. How big is the garrison here? 15 and 3. Let's build that and that, and with that start off most of our cash. But yeah, it'd be important to invest a lot of our money in Italy over here rather than Spain necessarily. So we've got to keep a close eye on the public order in Spain. Alright, I'm just trying to decide which one of these generals is going to be in command of this force. He's got good stats there. Yeah, so probably this dude. So Secundus Nata and Claudius Nero. Which party are these guys? Host of Junia. Politics. Claudius Nero. God, these dudes all have a ton of freaking influence. Look at this, 157, 185. Lucius says, so how do you see the campaign going, like, expansion-wise? It's slow and painful. Slow and painful. Essentially, the way things have gone, I moved into Spain here. I was actually quite surprised that none of our allies turned on us up here. But we initially defeated the tribe that was here, and I was kind of waiting a little bit for someone to betray us up here. It never happened, so we moved into Spain, moved through here. I came into this province. We liberated these folks. They recently, they're still friendly with us, but they were our allies, but declined to join one of our wars, and so that's why we're not allied with them. But we're going to work towards regaining them as an ally. And then we've just been kind of moving in here, and I'm hoping to set up a base of operations here in the center of Spain so that we can sort of project our power southward, because most of these areas are minor settlements. Well, one of the disadvantages to having a lot of allies is they oftentimes scoop up territory that you're planning to get for yourself. So I was hoping to consolidate this whole province, but our allies moved in here first, and we weren't able to get that major settlement for a base of operations. We had invaded. I raised 2 full stacks and a fleet, and we invaded Carthage. We were actually defeated there in like a really grindy siege. It was super close. It came right down to the wire, but we were defeated, and we had to fall back and start rebuilding our forces over here in Italy. And in the meantime, these folks, the Cephanes, betrayed us. We were allied with them, and essentially what happened is they declared war on Syracuse, and I should have, in retrospect, I should have sided with these guys rather than Syracuse, because Syracuse is at war with some folks over here that we could potentially become allies with. And Syracuse is the smaller of the 2 factions. So they actually pushed really close to Rome, and now we've finally been able to push them back, and we're looking towards finishing them off. So once this is sorted, we're going to start preparing a second invasion of Carthage. So that's what we're going to do down here. And over here, we're just in the process of establishing a base of operations where we can start projecting our power. We want to get rid of this faction, and then we can start focusing on Carthage. But the tricky thing over here is the resources. We're running low on resources. It makes it really tough in Dividend at Impera. But yeah, that's the short of it, expansion-wise. So it's, yeah, I mean, DEI, it's slow and painful, essentially, the expansion. Chabal says, yes, it's quite a mess with Rome, too. Regarding the historical campaigns, you have several campaigns, but not too much. They still have much potential. Yeah, I mean, I would love, you know, one day for them to put together a Rome 3. I'd be really excited to see what they could do with that.
Ready for orders.
But, yeah, it's,
Commander.
Claudius Nero. JC says, Skim Monarchy, Dink Skim Monarchy, do I love beating while playing Chrome? Oh my gosh. Which guy is Claudius Nero? Oh, it's up here. Claudius Nero is it's their faction leader. I guess we can allow him to take command of the troops, though if he does die, the house will be pissed off. Another thing that's really annoying that happened is the main character of the campaign here, Publius Cornelius Scipio, is the guy that we're supposed to be like basically playing as. This is his uncle, or his father, I guess. His father, Cornelius Scipio. Anyway, Publius Cornelius Scipio here decided to create his own damn faction, and he's supposed to be, you know, the main character of the campaign for us, the one, Scipio Africanus, the one who ends up ultimately defeating ultimately defeating Hannibal. Alright, let's transfer these guys over. Asana says, raise Carthage. I don't think, can you actually raise settlements in Rome 2? I feel like Rome 2... Oh, shoot. Did I do that the wrong way? I think we want...
Commander.
Yeah, we want...
Advance.
Oh, for Breck's sake. Okay, there we go. One of the troops in his force, and then we can disband you. And we could probably recruit some more troops. I'm just a little bit hesitant to recruit troops at the moment right now, because our economy is not doing the greatest. We bump that down. Yeah, let's bump it down to this level, because that'll help public order wise. If we take a look at our provinces, we still got public order issues here. Lucius says they went an odd way with Rome 2. Rome 1 had bright red for Julia, bright blue for Scipii, etc. They were good to look at. Armies on 2 just look so samey. Yeah, one of the one camp, I would say that the one campaign where they look a little bit differently for Rome is the Augustus campaign, where you have the second triumvirate with Augustus, Antony, and Lepidus, and each one of those factions look differently. Especially Antony's army. Antony's army looks really cool with the lion emblem on them and everything. Cultural differences is a big issue. We are building this, which will help. Building these up is not going to help at all. Not sure exactly what we're going to do public order wise for those areas. We have another rebellion here next turn, but we do have this army to sort it out theoretically. How are the supplies in this province? Supplies are fine. How are the supplies in this province? It's okay for now. Big public order problems here. Cultural differences minus 15. Yeah, I don't know. But keep an eye on that. Figure out what we're going to do exactly. Cultural differences again. Could upgrade this. Let's get that though. Where's this? Alright, well, I think we're going to challenge this army here and see if we can push forward. I don't think there's a whole lot left other than those two forces. We should have a spy down here.
How can I be of assistance?
We're sending over this way, and let's have you just come do some scouting for us. I think this guy actually... Okay, yeah, actually probably ran from that fleet there. No mercenaries available. But let's come around here and see if there's anything else. Yeah, if we can get rid of these armies, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
We hunger for battle.
Yeah, probably best to attack with him.
Ready for orders.
We move
On
forward.
the move. Ready for further orders.
Lucius says the death of Mark Antony's real story is pretty funny. He was such a nerd. Yeah, I've heard that story. It's pretty
Ready for
ridiculous. James Johnson, what's going on, man? How was church this morning? I hope you weren't as hungover as you thought you were gonna be.
And honor.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Yeah. Ah.
What in the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, They have a slight numerical advantage on us, but nothing too crazy. And these guys shouldn't really count for a whole lot. The trouble is, these damned Astadi Optimi Italica, these dudes are a real bitch to deal with. Though we do have our Triarii here, which are going to be our best units. Fuck, I don't know. I think what I'm thinking is we don't control large army here. And deny most of the reinforcements. We'll see if their cav comes on the field. They do have one cav there. But this will give us a cavalry advantage. Because we do have baggage train in our armies, which aren't going to count for much. Fuck, I don't know. James says, I slept through it. Oh no. That's no good. That's hilarious. Ooh. Wonder where the reinforcements are going to come in from. Jabal says, most of your units are better than theirs. Indeed, they have some good units, but not too much. It's those guys with the fancy shields there are really strong. Like, they've been butchering pretty much everything I've thrown against them so far. I wish we could tell on... I wish it told you on the map where their reinforcements were coming in from. But ours are coming in from there. Theirs should come in from over here somewhere, I would think. So what we might want to do is try and cut off their reinforcements. Because there'll be smaller groups. I'm going to set up over here. I don't think they're going to be aggressive because they have artillery as well, so it might actually work out for us that we got artillery. You just turn around that way and just try and see if anybody's there. The supply wagons will take off the field right away. Let's just protect that flank there.
Ballista! General!
Lucius says, I still remember the hype from Flaming Arrows and Barbarian Invasion. Would have been able to torch that camp. Can light it on fire, but it's not the same. Like, I really love what they've done with fire in Total War. Okay, here comes the reinforcements. Alright, you guys, take you off fire, Will. I really like what they did with fire in Three Kingdoms, where pretty much everything is combustible. Turn around this way. And let's bring you guys over as well. Their cav. Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. I don't know if this is, well, they're probably going to be passive. James says, the wife finding me in the trash kitchen asleep in the middle. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, man, that's wild.
Riders, advance!
Come on, get in position, boys.
Quickly
Over
now!
here. But yeah, if we can manage to eliminate their cavalry here,
Advance at
we'll
speed!
go a long ways. Let's get in there. Yeah. Come on, go, go, go. So another thing about DEI is it's a little bit slower. Chabal says, try to wrap them inside the camp and prevent their reinforcements from joining them. Yes, absolutely. Oscar Bautista says hello. Oscar, welcome to the stream. We're taking on a battle here where the odds are not in our favor. I don't know how it's gonna all play out. We're gonna try and chip away at them, defeat their reinforcements first, and then we'll worry about the guys in the camp afterwards. Have you join that fight? But yeah, it'd be really interesting to see if we ever get a Rome 3. CA is still around. Let's get in there and
Jupiter gives us strength! LA troops awaiting orders! Ready your weapons! Principes! Ready your weapons!
because there are so many scenarios that have yet to be done for Rome 2, or for, yeah, there's a lot of, oh shit, I know one of the big ones, shit, fucking drop your equipment, get out of there, go, 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 go. Fuck, how did these guys slip behind our, get out of there, freaking slipped behind our, I don't know how they slipped past us there, it's super annoying. Get you over here as well. Super annoying. Yeah, anyway, what I was trying to say is that there's so many scenarios from Roman history that would make excellent Total War games. But yeah, the key is to kill a lot of these guys without taking too many casualties. Alright, I think we managed to run them off. How many losses? Well, we only lost one guy there. Okay. It wasn't a complete disaster. Guess I can get in there. James says, safe to say I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. Oh no, that's no good. JC says, I played Epirus yesterday and wrecked Sparta, Athens, then Rome. It was glorious. Oh man, it's always awesome. When a plan comes together, everything goes according to plan, it's always great. Get in there too. Alright, so got some swordsmen coming on. Did we, it looks like we lost quite a few of that guys, unless he was worn down from the previous fight. Maybe Cav out here. Kebab G says, Raggy Pie, Stream Pie, let's go. Kebab G. What's cracking, big guy?
Yours to command.
I didn't want to steal you away from Wyvern's Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I know he's doing some exciting stuff over there with the old BG3. What in the fuck? Why? Okay, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. I guess it's because they're not quite on there yet.
Italian spearmen! Equities!
Alright, we're good. Back into formation. Lucius says, I just want Medieval 3 done right, and I really want to have a new world feature. Oh man, the new world, they gotta put the new world in for Medieval 3, man. Like, it's, I would love to see Medieval 3 be a full world, like spanning the entire world, like have the new world in there, have Europe, Asia, everything, man. Europe, Asia, North America would make for an awesome game. But yeah, I mean, God, I don't know. I just don't want more of the same. Like, yes, the recipe for Total War is fantastic, but come on, let's start innovating a little bit. I really want to see more of an engineering aspect in Total War, and I kind of want to see more of a the ability to actually build our own settlements or build forts on the map. Like, I would love to see more immersive interaction with the actual campaign map. Like being able to place roads in specific places, using resources to build roads, placing them in specific locations and things like that, rather than just, you know, streamlining it. I'd like to see forts back into the game, being able to build forts and things like that. And I would love to see settlement building. But yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm pretty excited for Manor Lords. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but Manor Lords looks like it's going to have some interesting mechanics and whatnot. I don't think it's going to turn out to be a replacement for Total War by any stretch, but I think it's definitely going to have some nice features that we could hopefully see in Total War someday. Bob says, I hope one day Sia will one day go back to historical war simulators they were so amazing at. And no worries, sirs, I can't watch Baldur's Gate for more than a few minutes because of the spoilers. Yeah, that's the thing with me too. I haven't been able to, you know, really enjoy a lot of the other content creators doing Baldur's Gate 3 because I don't want to ruin spoilers myself, and I've been going through the game super slow in my own playthroughs. James says, my dad say, Lord, don't strike him down. I'm too close. Kebab says, Rag, have you heard of Manor Lords? It's still in development. It's like the Medieval 3 you're describing. Yeah, no, it's it looks really good. It's definitely not the same. It doesn't look like it's going to be the same scale as the Total War games, but there's definitely some really cool aspects in there that I think are going to push the genre forward, hopefully. Kebab says, laughing my ass off, you mentioned Manor Lords the second my comment dropped. Lucius the Eternal says, I don't want streamlined. I like Medieval 2 lopsided combat, English having longbows, Byzantine heavy cav, and the like. Absolutely, man, I totally agree. I think the streamlining is kind of really dumbed down Total War. And I don't want to say it's ruined Total War, but it's kind of... yeah, just watered down the mechanics of the game. The games, rather. Shit, why is this guy coming in from over there? We're not going to be able to get to him. It's kind of weird. Let's just surround these dudes. These guys are gonna need a rest after we finish these guys off. Why are you over there?
Your orders? By your command.
And we might as well. I don't think we're gonna need the cav. I mean, we could try and take that guy out with the cavalry, but I don't think it's a good idea. Georgie says, I prefer the older Total War design, battles, and campaign-wise. Yeah, I think there's a very good argument to be had for the style of design for the older Total War games. You've got more, you know, especially like, you know, even just looking at the way that the newer games, they've streamlined the recruitment where you have sort of like ball and chain generals. You can't recruit individual units and have individual units in places. Really limits your tactical options, right? Or your strategic options, rather. Bob says, I'm just craving the rustic medieval experience. Dirty peasants fighting each other, the best armor their wage could afford. Yeah, there you go. Georgie says, those gamers are deeper. The games are deeper than the new ones. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's certain things in the new games that I like, obviously. But, yeah, in general, there are a lot of aspects of the older games that give more depth and complexity than the new games provide. Okay, let's just stay over here. Lucius says, Greek hoplites and Spartans from Rome 1 felt and looked amazing. Rome 2, they were just another unit to be flanked. Yeah, absolutely. Like, a lot of the units in the newer Total Wars just kind of feel, you know, very similar to one another. They feel the same-ish. Alright. Let's, make our way over here. These guys are gonna need a rest. But yeah, I want to get into Shogun 2 a bit. I think Shogun 2 has some of the most in-depth mechanics out of any Total War. Yeah, unfortunately, these guys... I mean, we could try and get you guys over here. But I doubt we're going to get there in time. Let's just walk slowly, because we might be... I don't know if they recover their fatigue when they're walking slowly, or if they actually have to stop. Oscar Batista says, I hope Rome 2 and Greek fire units. And Lucius says, like Rome 1 had javelins thrown from Hastati, and you felt the build up to serious fighting, you would unleash your burning pigs laughing. Yeah, you know what? I mean, like, Boland has done a really good job covering, you know, some of the aspects, especially with, like, the way that the games function mechanically, and, like, the physics of the games, and just the general feel of the games. From, you know, the difference between the old ones and the new ones. And you know, it's hard to argue with him. He's got some really good arguments for, you know, what made the older Total Wars feel really great and function really great. We'll probably take these guys out with our cav. Oh, fuck, you're not even... Never mind, just forget it. Oh, there might be... Alright. Let's get a little bit better organized here. Wondering if we should pull these guys off the field and bring some fresh units on. Or if we should just leave them for the time being. You know what? Because we've got lots more troops to come on, I'm going to pull them off. But let's get the troops organized here. We'll take a little bit of a rest. And we'll see what comes on first for our reinforcements. The thing we've got to be wary about here is the enemy artillery. Kebab says, I think that for Total War to improve the genre, needs some serious competition, some games to show that there's real demand for realistic historical strategy Yeah, no, 100%. Competition is never a bad thing, and it's certainly something that I think a lot of us would love to see in the genre. James Johnson says, I own Springfield 1903 rifle and Colt Army single action revolver and Colt 1911. Damn, this is some cool old school weaponry there. Lucius says, I had hoped they might implement religion into Total War, much the same as medieval had. Would add depth to the difference between races and making church/temples have some more meaning. Honestly, there's no shortage of cool things that they could do. It's I don't know. It's really sad to see them kind of just, you know, give us the same old most of the time. What did we get on the field here? Alright, we don't want these two guys, actually. You guys, they're in bad shape. Though, you know what? Maybe bring this guy over because he's damaged. Might be alright to use to... Oh, shit. They're forming up out here. This is interesting. James, Kebab says that James, not bad, but it's not a match for my blunt kitchen knives. The old, Alright, let's just shimmy over here where we can protect our artillery. And let's get our artillery back on fire at will.
Advance at speed.
There's their artillery piece there. I'm going to send you to get into their artillery.
Shock cavalry ready.
You guys might go in there to distract them. One of you weaken those guys because we want to get their artillery down as quickly as possible. Lucius says, well, like Bretonnia/Empire, what's the difference? Combined arms or cavalry focus give me religious affinity, especially with demons and demons about and political pantheons.
Yours to command. Riders,
I know those are
and
certainly
double.
some really good points you're making, man. Go straight for them. And you guys get into position to tie up these cav.
Heavy orders at your command.
You guys stay where you are. James says, and a Bowie knife. Kebab says, chefs always say blunt knives are more dangerous than sharp ones. No doubt at some point they reach a lethal military grade bluntness.
Romans ready for duty. Equites!
Behind there.
Equites! Advance!
Alright, need you to start focusing on some of these guys to wear these dudes down.
Ready and waiting.
Guys, if you could distract some of these guys, we're going to need you to get to some of their range units. I don't have a ton of confidence in my on my melee units here. Ah, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Move up a bit. Hopefully we can mob them there. No, you keep going for their artillery. Get rid of that. That would help things along a bit.
Field artillery ready. Italian spearmen.
Trying to stretch us out here. What is going on there?
Riders.
Give me a charge on them, see if you can distract them.
Proud Roman
Guys,
sons of
gonna
Mars.
need to use your general's abilities. Almost got their artillery down.
Your orders.
Are we out of... We're not out of ammo yet.
As you command. Ready and waiting.
Alright, I just wanted to distract them. Maybe
Orders.
might regret doing that.
Marching orders. Your orders. Principes. Your orders. Ready. Commander. Triarii. Orders.
Alright, you guys gotta pull out of there.
Riders.
Some other
At the
dudes
double.
making their way in there.
Italian cavalry. Triarii. Your orders. Orders. As you command. Victoria. Leaders.
Back up. Actually, run them down, make sure they don't come back. Come back, they're gonna create a problem.
Orders. Orders. Ready and waiting.
What are we doing for ammo here? Let's focus on the general.
For glory. Riders and orders.
These guys are most likely going to come back. Just keep an eye out for them. We got some more. Ah, shit, that's the guy that we're trying to get him off the field. Alright, you gotta... Yeah, they are coming back now. Just stay put. You go deal with them. Just, you guys get out of there. Come over this way. See, this is the part that I'm really worried about here is whether or not they're having a hard time with those dudes. Need you to take out these ranged units. Yeah, I don't have a ton of faith in our infantry to be able to hold out here. This guy's 68 of them and they're running. Give me a charge in here while you're at it.
You have orders. Your orders.
Alright, you guys charge into these boys over here because we're getting kind of mushed up on the flank there. You guys can charge in there as well. Might not be a great idea. Boss says, I still think someday you should try getting into grand strategy like CK3 or EU4. Nowadays, I feel it scratches the surface of strategy itch a lot better than Total War. Yeah, you know what? Those I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind trying them out at some point. Alright, you guys can get off the field now. Fucking shot at by here.
Yes, Commander.
These guys came back. And let's get you guys off the field so we can get some fresh troops on. Alright, let's get back and get another charge in. Getting screwed up on this flank over here. Big charge in the back. Yeah, see, we're getting some breakage. See, the trouble is their infantry is just infinitely better than ours. It seems. And it doesn't... I don't know that there's any amount of strategy we can employ here to overcome it necessarily. Lucia says Hearts of Iron is fun. Still no idea what I'm doing in it, but it's fun. Yeah, I gotta give it a try. I gotta give it another try. Just oh my gosh, look at this shit. This cavalry unit is losing to ballista. I mean, they are in there with the artillery. Ah, shit, I just lost a cav unit. I think what we're going to have to do is probably reform a second line over here. After this line is exhausted and they basically withdraw from the fight. Shit, I should have waited till I got a little bit closer. Another charge, but yeah, we're just not... This guy's in the center here, giving us all kinds of problems. The Triarii are holding up a little bit better than some of the other troops. Bob says, never got into Hearts of Iron 4 to be honest. I was one of the 5 people that played Hearts of Iron 3 back in the day. So to me, Hearts of Iron 4 feels like a modern Total War versus the classics. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting take on it. Fuck. Have is, let's pull you guys back. I mean, the Triarii are fighting a lot better than the other troops. However, we are still We are still really struggling.
By your command.
And yeah, the cycle charging really wasn't doing a whole lot. Koma says Kislev goes Temple, and Lucius says if you want it easy, could always play Germany, Britain, or America. I prefer to play small countries to see how much of an impact Netherlands/Switzerland or Sweden can have. That's interesting.
Sons of Mars.
Another charge there.
Melee troops.
We're holding. These guys are holding the line a little bit better than I was expecting, but it's gonna be a while before we see the rest of our reinforcements make their run on the field, though. Yeah, the Triarii, I'm pretty impressed with how they've held up. The Triarii are probably the best infantry that we can get. I mean, the Principes aren't bad, but they're not gonna hold as long as Triarii.
Commander, as you command.
I can't believe that cavalry unit lost to those dudes. Try and get these guys over here. I don't know if it's like if we'd be wiser to just reform a second line, make sure they're well rested, or if we rush them over here to try and get into this fight in before they all break. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the Triarii.
Orders understood.
Speed up and drop another. But we are starting to get overwhelmed now.
Riders, advance! Rally to me! Quickly, Commander! Spears!
Study. Just let these guys rest. They're starting to starting to wrap us up now. Which means these guys are not going to last for too much longer.
Triarii! Withdraw! General!
Lucius says ballista hit the right flank. We're out of ballista ammunition, unfortunately. I've pulled these guys off the field.
Brave Romans to a man! By your command.
All right, I wonder if can you guys fall back? I wonder if we can get back to over here. All right, we've got another ballista coming on the field now, though. Maybe try and take this high ground up here. Let's definitely bring you guys back. I don't know if we'll be able to get you guys out of there, but I'm gonna withdraw you guys as well. You might regret that, but so obviously we want every man to participate in this fight. Fuck, is this all the infantry that we're getting for the second group? Surely there's got to be more infantry than that. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Maybe we shouldn't pull you guys off the field. Maybe pull you back this way to help get into this fight. I want to try and save this Triarii to get into the second engagement. We should have 2 more artillery pieces. Yeah, there's another one. Let's get the artillery out here. And everybody just pull back. Just take a little bit of high ground here. Good thing is these guys will be exhausted and these troops will be fresh, theoretically. They might have a little bit of a chance. Shit. Cut these guys off. I swear we've got more troops to come on the field. Shouldn't be just this. The reinforcements come in really staggered in this as well. Try and take position over here, maybe. Guys over here. Fuck me, they still got Italian citizens coming on, but the citizens shouldn't be worth a whole lot. Wonder what the balance of power is. We're running out of time though too. This battle is I wonder if we get a draw or if we end up losing outright. Okay, so we got more troops there. Let's just line up there. More infantry, but oh no, that's cavalry. The cavalry is pretty much useless. Especially that damaged. What I would like is actually you guys get onto this hill here. To the hill. We've got here. Okay, we got some mercenaries. I don't think these guys are going to count for a whole lot. Lucius says there was a Roman battle where the men were losing morale, so the general ordered the eagle to be thrown into the enemy ranks, and the Romans went into a frenzy to get it back. Oh shoot, man, that's brilliant. Yeah, you know what? There's so many cool things about, you know, warfare and, you know, the tactics that have been used in various battles. Like, one of my favorites is what Scipio did to counter the elephants in Hannibal's army. God, how do they have so many still? Where he used the sort of like he split up the ranks first of all, sort of divided the ranks to kind of like make gaps in the lines a little bit, and on top of that, he also used the when the elephants charged, he used his trumpeters to send them into a frenzy and really like scare the elephants. And so because his units were kind of in gaps, it sort of mitigated a little bit of the damage. And then on top of that, the elephants ended up like charging into their own ranks, which is pretty crazy. Shit, I wonder if we've got more troops to come on the field, or if this is it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Shit, I think this is it. How are we doing? These guys are very tired. These guys are all fresh, so that's good. I don't know. Can we tell? Yeah, we can't tell. Can't tell if these guys are tired or not. At least we've got a little bit of high ground here. You guys are gonna have to defend the artillery here. God, it just seems like they've got so many more troops than us. Might have to push down into here. Lucius says there was something pure to combat with Rome. It was very human and practical with the environment. Such modern war is often bureaucratic mess. Yeah, absolutely. Bureaucratic mess, and you know, modern warfare, like it's you know, you don't necessarily see your enemy, so your enemy dying, so you don't get the same impact necessarily of warfare, because everything is very, I don't want to say sterilized, but what are you guys doing?
Advance at speed! Fire on the enemy! Field
Yeah, we
artillery.
unfortunately weren't able to
Yours
get the
command.
artillery in great position here. At least we're using up some javelins to help soften them up a bit.
Ballista! We await your command.
Fuck. Try and put the artillery down here, and then we might be able to...
Melee infantry ready. Ready for orders.
Might be able to... Once they blob up a bit, we might be able to do something.
Advance at
That's
speed!
over there. Still tired, but better shape than what they were in.
Melee infantry at your command.
And let's move over here.
At speed! Field artillery awaiting orders. Italian cavalry!
Lucius says modern war has the fun taken right out of it. I guess so. That's one way of putting it for sure.
Principes!
All right.
Charge! Come on up! Italian swordsmen! Waiting. Melee troops awaiting orders. At the double! Sons of Mars! Triadi!
See if we can get in behind them here.
Principes!
Oh shit, we got some more troops here. Oh, we got more mercenaries. Good, good. Oh shit, get out of there.
We await your command! Double time! Italian
Yeah, if we can
Ballista!
get artillery in position there, maybe we can shoot into... Oh, that blob would be perfect to shoot at.
Brave Romans to a man!
At your service.
Let's get some...
Sons of Mars!
You have orders, sir.
Ah, shit, you're supposed to be in there. It looks like we're...
General! Strength and honor as you command! Sons of Mars! Orders! Glory awaits! Italian cavalry! By your
Cav out of there.
Italian swordsmen! Melee infantry at your command! Principes!
I mean, some of their units are breaking, but some of ours are breaking as well.
Principes!
And we've got a little bit of a gap in our line
Ready
here.
yourselves!
They haven't exploited yet. Let's get you guys over here and fill in that gap there. And you boys
Field artillery
shoot
ready!
into this. Yeah, that's where we want to shoot right there.
At your service!
Come on, tell me you can shoot into that. Come on, boys. Battle hinges on this here. The artillery can get their shots in there. Kebab says, I wonder if war was actually ever fun for anyone. Well, I mean, for the victors, I guess you could make the argument for the victors, but I mean, God, I think all war is essentially hell, right? It's, I don't think it's,
Melee infantry at your command!
I don't know. It's weird how human beings can sort of treat themselves the way that they do. All right, we got more troops coming on here. Try and get you guys into position there. Drop another one of these.
By your command! Ballista!
All right, we're getting some shots off.
Commander!
Accuracy doesn't necessarily seem like it's there.
Yes, Commander!
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. What are you guys doing out here? This cav unit is... for fuck's sake.
Ballista! Commander!
Gotta be shitting me here.
Orders understood! Ready?
And I don't know what you guys are doing. Frickin' artillery, man. We weren't able to get the artillery in optimal positions.
Spearmen, ready for order!
They're just not doing their job
Principes!
the way that I'd like to see them do it.
We await orders!
And we could throw the generals in as well, but I don't want to get them killed.
Engage! Break
It'd be a bad idea to run some of these guys down.
We await your orders!
Fuck.
As you
Drop our
command!
artillery too. You get over here. Shit, we still got more troops coming on, so I feel like this is starting to work in our favor a little bit. Yeah, just run them down because we might have another fight on our hands. I think this is going to turn into a draw. Potentially. Lucius says, it was often no doubt 90% of the time in war no combat is seen, just build up the odd battle. And Kebab said that, Lucius, wait, is that why you think it was no fun? Because of the waiting? Alright, get back on the artillery pieces. And, shit. Get you over here to deal with them. Nope, go that way. Alright, get in there. Get in there. Fighting them. Yeah, the Triarii have made a huge difference here with holding the line. It's done a lot better than the Principes. We're still a little bit outclassed, I think. Heavy shot cavalry. Still running them down. Go run them down because again, we might have to fight these guys. Another battle. But yeah, it's these fucking guys right here that are killing us. Alright, let's... Shit, they're not. See if we can get them into position there and shoot into that. That would be perfect to shoot at. Look at this. We got these guys flanked. And still having our problems. Very nice, very nice. I think these javelins are doing more damage to our troops than to theirs. One of you chase them down. Actually, let's in there. Well, if we can get that artillery, we've got 6 minutes left. If we can get that artillery into position. I'm gonna drop our last motivator down here. Last inspire. Yeah, I really don't want to commit the generals to the fight. I'm gonna bring this guy around. Lucius says, war is hell and all ideas like it often come across the ideas of World War I, II, Vietnam, etc. Many wars were conducted with more civility than you might expect, not the total war horrid stuff. Bob says, I so feel like you need someone to chase you with, maybe like a mace or a flail. And Lucius, now I feel like that's just because back in the day, all the stories were told from the perspective of the sophisticated elite. Knights were chivalrous towards other knights, but had no problem running over the peasants. Lucius says, you think? Try reading. All life's hell. To trumpet to wars, hell is pacifist wishful thinking at its worst. And Georgia says, the Sam Knights are giving you a hard time. They are freaking pain in my ass. Are these guys the Sam Knights, though, or are these guys, I guess it's the Sam Knights. They've got some Italian infantry. Some of their infantry here are a real pain in the ass. And get you over here. Get in behind them. I think we've almost got this battle, though. Come on, boys. Shoot into that blob there.
We await your command.
I think the high ground here really helped our situation quite a bit. Into the general. And if we can get you... I think we're going to run out of time here, which I don't know. I don't know if we end up... Oh, shit. That's not a good idea for you to do. I don't know if we're going to get a loss for running out of time, or if we're going to... Or if it'll be a... creating a bit of a chain route here. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to count as a loss or a draw. I don't know how it works. George says it's them, yeah. Lucius says rough battle. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a rough battle based on the auto resolve. The balance of power going in, it wasn't giving us much of a chance to win. I think we had like 1/3 the result. There could be more guys over there coming on the field, but we cannot see them. Oh, for fuck's sake. Drop the artillery and get out of there. Shoot at them.
Heavy cavalry
And
ready
send the
willing.
cap just to slow them
Many
down.
troops
You
awaiting
guys keep
orders.
working on them.
Romans, ready for duty. Engage!
See if we can wrap around them a little bit better here.
Ready for orders.
Just gonna bring the cav in. Gonna try and see if we can break these guys before the timer runs out. We got 3 minutes.
You have orders, sir.
Alright. Go into flying wedge here.
Flying wedge formation. General. Yes.
Bob says that Lucius, mate, at the end of the day, you're just an animal like the rest of us, and you can't predict how your instincts will respond to other people trying to kill you. Yeah, that's, you know what, that's...
Ready. Up for glory.
I hope none of us ever have to be put into that position. But yeah, I can't imagine what it would be like. I don't know. To be on a battlefield would be pretty scary. Ah, shit. So we got some more dudes over here. Let's see if we can catch them. Come on, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Lucius says, that kebab, all people die. It just depends on who spend that coin, because that matters. I think I should run from it because it's scary. Some things are worth more. Yeah, I think that's, you know, like the, just as it, how we die is, or how we, you know, approach our own deaths. I think just as important is how we live as well, right? Shit, there is more of them. The slingers, yeah, slingers. It just looks like slingers that are left. But I think they took the worst of this. I think. I don't think we're gonna be able to break these guys before the time runs out. And try and get to them with our cav here. It's a bit dangerous using our generals though. But just go for it anyway. We got these guys to sort of absorb the initial shots. Let's charge in there. And just keep pushing to these guys. I think this is the end of it. We've got minute 22. Can we break them? Come on, keep pushing. Bob says, Lucius the Eternal. My point is just that you have to realize that these things you appreciate about the wars are fantasies, and all fantasy can be broken by harsh reality. James Johnson with the big wave. Keep pushing. Charge into them. I think this is it. If we can break these guys, we're at 58 seconds. Come on. Come on. 40 seconds. Is this it? Is that it? We got them? Ho, ho, ho. Let's continue and run these guys down. Because I believe, where did they go? These guys all disappeared. Did we get them all? We have to follow up with an attack on the settlement. Bob says that Lucius, I think a good test would be this. Can you be happy and romanticize things while having a really bad headache and being nauseous at the same time?
You have orders, sir. Attack the position. Advance.
Now look at the carnage on this field. Main fight happened there. I mean, we took a lot of damage here, but I think this went a long way into securing this territory for us. Lucius says that kebab, and you suppose me naive, the reality of war is always grossly apparent, yet the decision as ever remains only to face it or run from it, acting like you have some revelation to deliver. Heated discussion in the chat. You guys are gonna get me in trouble. Alright. Ooh, alright. Close victory. Better than Pyrrhic. But yeah, 2-1 casualties. I'll take it. A lot of damage on these guys. Looks like we lost some of the cav. But yeah, look at the kills on some of these guys. 200. 316. But yeah, not a crazy. Oh, this guy 277. A few units wiped out. Kebab says that Lucius. It sounds like we're talking about deciding to wage war or not when it's about enjoyment of it. Yeah, a few losses here and there. Would have been really nice if we stole their artillery piece back. But I don't know how that works necessarily, because we went into the fight with a full stack, but we did lose some units. I don't know if it's possible for us to steal it. But we wiped out everything except for these 3 units, which is amazing. We'll ransom the captives.
Further orders? Waiting for orders.
Lucius says, "Ye hippie boys playing at a war hell stuff, as if men can't have fun during war." I'm sure there's definitely like a
Ready for orders.
camaraderie, you know, that you gain from, you know, going through those kind of hellish experiences together with other people. But yeah, I would say that probably, you know, there's some kind of twisted enjoyment out of it, you know, like think of like Viking raiders or whatever, like the oh man, pick something that I didn't mean to pick. But yeah, what I was gonna try and get at is that, you know, like a Viking raid where, you know, like you're rampaging through a town or something and stealing, you know, raping and pillaging and all that stuff probably has some kind of weird twisted enjoyment to it. Vendors of Roma. Except I don't know what to pick here. The public order might be alright. The initial or the additional missile damage might be useful as well, though. So we'll go with the missile damage. Yeah, and more missile damage. So the missile damage doesn't seem all that great. Fuck, the winter movement is so limited. I don't know that we're going to be able to get to the settlement here. Alright, I think we can just auto-resolve this. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. This. Bob says that Lucius, imagine being sensitive about me calling you naive and not being sensitive towards grenades landing next to you. Lucius says, you're the one I'd be crying. Oh, this was. Oh, the hell, go cower with the women. Should be drafted. Alright, guys, let's just maybe move on to another topic. Okay, so we've got these guys here, but I think we're good. I mean, it is definitely good to have these sort of discussions and everything. I think it's important, but man, we lost a couple of units there.
We hunger for battle.
But yeah, there's no point in you know, anyone getting enraged or upset over it. Let's demolish these and we'll build this up. So definitely getting a rebellion here next turn. How are we doing for supplies? Alright, plenty of supplies. This army should be able to clear out the rebellion. And then these two can push on to Tarentum. Potentially. Where's Buxenthum? Alright, should we try our luck again with this force? We do have a few Triarii. lot of
At your command.
So we could attack the guys in the fortress and try and intercept the garrison, or we could try and attack the fortress and intercept
We hunger for battle.
these guys.
Ready for orders.
Let's oh
It is an honor to
shit.
serve Rome. We cannot say
Damn, it would have been nice to have these guys to support.
At your command. We
Let's
hunger.
attack the
We
town.
win this
That way they won't have the fortifications. My god, again. Though this time we're outnumbered a fair bit more. 4,200, 3,200. I wonder, what do you guys think? Should we wait till next turn and then we can bring in the fleet for reinforcements? It's not a lot. 160, 320, 480. We've got about 600-700 soldiers here that could potentially help. Though we are taking attrition if we siege it out.
To victory. None will escape.
Fuck, man, the balance of power is not good. Not good at all. It's these dudes. They're gonna be such a bitch to deal with. Maybe I should have attacked the other. A lot of spears as well. Let's give it a shot. Kebab says, Lucius, please, bro. Being upset. Stop being upset. Just chill. I give you perspective. Okay, mine. That's it. It's no attack on your character. Georgie says, you'll suffer attrition. Yeah, we don't want to suffer the attrition. So I guess we'll take our crack at it here now. I don't know. Oh, man. The big question is, where are the reinforcements going to come in from? My guess is over here on this side. That is my guess. Let's hope I'm right. Otherwise... Alright, I'm going to deploy you guys on the hill here. And I'm going to leave you boys to protect them for now. And then the rest of the troops, we're gonna try and get after their the reinforcements. So these are the most dangerous troops over here. Lucius says at Ragnarok, not gonna try for a blitz and hold the town. The only trouble with that is the you know what, that could work as well, actually. Now that you mention it, the only thing is there's no. It doesn't trigger the timer, right? But it would if we were able to blitz the town and occupy the town center. It would give us a defensive position to take advantage of.
Yes,
So that definitely is an option. The only thing with that is I'm a little hesitant to do it because they're probably gonna, like, DEI, like the combat lasts so long that more than likely they will have time to, like, we're not going to be able to, they're going to be able to hold us off long enough for their reinforcements to get in there, so I don't think it's going to necessarily be viable. Plus, getting the artillery into position over here would be a real headache. I just really hope the reinforcements come in here and not the opposite side. I don't know. Am I guessing on the right side here? Because there's no way we're going to be able to reposition over to there to cut them off. There's those guys. Pineapple flavored chapstick, eh? No sign of them yet. You just come over this way and scout to keep an eye out for them. What are these guys doing? Are these guys doing anything? Might want to be a little bit careful on our... Still no sign of the... Lucius says, shouldn't the reinforcements come in the direction they were on the campaign map? 100% they should, but sometimes it's tricky to know where they're coming in from. Just because, like, the campaign map, like, it's not exactly... It's not always an exact match, campaign map to regular map. Why are you moving so fucking slow? Seems like they're coming in from... They must be coming in from over there. No sign of them here. Unless they're... God, they're really blobbed up in there. Only thing is the buildings are giving them a little bit of cover, but if we can land a couple shots in there... You guys get into position to take those out. The other thing is with DEI, the line of sight is really restricted, so it's oftentimes really difficult to see forces like a long ways away. Kebab says that James Johnson, tell us about it, bud. I'm just gonna be in the same chat as Lucius, then pull the yawn and arm on my shoulder. Move, then doesn't suspect it. Go. Yeah, fuck me sideways. They're coming in over there. I don't know if this is gonna work particularly well here. This maneuver. Looks like they're gonna get in one another's ways. Well, at least we've got a couple free kills here, though these are probably their least dangerous units.
Ready for orders. Forward.
Field artillery awaiting orders. Ready to ride.
Though it looks like they're moving out of the town center, this might give us the opportunity to move in there. Take the center as Lucius recommended. Kebab says, you know what technically medieval strategy was? All about being effed sideways. Yeah. It's an old legend, old legendism. Legend always used to say, fuck me sideways. And I don't know, I guess I picked it up along the way somewhere. God, I wish our accuracy was a little bit better here. Reckon, really rack up some kills potentially. So I don't know, maybe it's better to save some of our artillery fire for these dudes.
Double time. At speed.
Yeah, we might be able to get the defensive position. What do we do for ammo? Running low. Alright, let's just save this ammo, because it could come in handy, and bring you guys over this way a little bit. Alright, good. Let's come in here.
Spears ready.
Yeah, it looks like they're reforming their army, so... Yeah, let's come in here, get a defensive position, if we can.
Italian spearmen.
See if we can
By your command.
pin the general in there.
Orders. Brave Romans to a man.
Take him out.
Advance to speed. Triari.
We've got a couple free kills already, which is good. You guys come around this way. And let's start occupying that. Down around this way. And bring the artillery out here. And then they can potentially shoot in this way when ultimately they come in and blob up. It's really odd that they ran out of here. Kebab says, I watched enough of those Kings and Generals videos to know they always end up being flanked by cavalry. And Lucia says, they're just not big on missiles or recruited what you could. Yeah, you know what, I'm a massive, everyone who follows the channel knows I am a fiend for archers. I go pretty crazy with my archer recruitment, but I know Kebab can certainly attest to that. The problem is there's a limit to how many archer units you can require in DEI, and I don't think we have access to slingers necessarily. And I'm not crazy. I'm not big on the javelins. I really struggle using range units that have sort of limited range anyway. Yeah, they're reforming. God, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. James says she started bleeding once a month. Do not want to me and my dad's BS. Okay. Bob says that. James, dang, yeah, that does happen. Plus a certain age. You guys come around this way. Let's come around this way. You guys probably position out here because more than likely they're gonna blob into one of these areas, and then we can potentially really corner them. But yeah, that's the thing. The combat is so slow in DEI. It really makes it tough to cut through some of these guys. Lucius says Auxilia. Yeah, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to take a look at the unit roster, what we have available. But I'm pretty sure though we've basically recruited all of the auxiliary archers that we could. God damn, you guys gotta finish this guy off before these idiots get over here. Come on. Let's go. Oh my gosh, and that's the general. How the fuck did you end up in there?
Triarii, as you command, at your service. Triarii, orders understood. General.
I really miss in this, like in Attila and Warhammer, you can hold shift and then like carve out a route for the guy to take. I really miss that in Rome too. It's just a small thing, but it certainly can make a difference. Just get into position there. Alright, let's start getting into position. Do we get any kind of bonus for holding this? So that would be nice. Alright.
At the double, your orders.
Some guys over here.
Advance at speed. Principes, melee troops awaiting orders.
And just double this up.
At the double.
But yeah, typically I recruit a lot of archers, a lot of range units for my armies.
At speed.
But yeah, we're going with I guess a melee focus now, with trying to establish like a cavalry advantage and then back it up with a little bit of artillery. But yeah, it can be kind of tough. Come on, I need you guys to finish this up so that we can get into position here and lock that off. James says, dude, she is mad. It's tough, man. James, come on, you know, happy wife, happy life. You know, that's the way she goes. You gotta do everything you can to keep her in a good mood. Lucius says, it'd be great if they could get ship combat done right and implement in Warhammer Sword. My god, I've mentioned that a number of times, how great the naval warfare would be for Warhammer. When you've got, like, you know, like the undead pirates, you've got high elf corsairs and stuff. You know, like the freaking, the dark elf, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. The Black Arcs, the Dark Elf Black Arcs, my god. It would be something special, man, if they could get it right. But for whatever reason, CA, you know, they don't want to take big risks anymore. Like, it seems like they just want to play it safe with most of their stuff. You know, especially in terms of, like, gameplay mechanics and things. Alright, let's get some of the Triarii over here to bolster this side. And then the rest can get into position here. And just back the artillery up. Wait till they get blobbed up before we commit our artillery. And we'll just keep one guy in the back flank. It's really unlikely that they come all the way around this way, but just in case they do, it would be good to have somebody there just in case.
General! Advance at speed!
Lucius says, any chance of a third age Total War stream? Probably not anytime soon, but Medieval 2 is, I've never really, I know this is sacrilegious, but I came into the series with Rome 2, and so I've never really played a whole lot of Medieval 2. Like, I've probably got less than a handful of hours in Medieval 2. We are planning a Medieval 2 stream for our, 2,000 subscriber special. So it looks like, well, we did a vote between Rome 1 and Medieval 2, and so far it's Medieval 2 out ahead. But I love Lord of the Rings, man. I would love to do a third age Total War campaign at some point. So that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll be something I'll look towards in the coming months, maybe. Lucius says, naval combat wouldn't be great for orcs, but Bretonnians, Dowie, Vampire Coast would be awesome for design and battle abilities. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, yeah, obviously some factions are going to really struggle with it, but it would just add such a different dimension to the game. It would be pretty fantastic. And then, you know, factions like the orcs, you could potentially, you know, make up for sort of the shortcomings with volume, having, you know, like tons and tons of ships or whatever. Bob says, I missed like 30 of my girlfriend's messages at Shabal. Let me sleep in your tank, please. James says, she started last night. And Lucia says, Ragnarok, Delenta S. Jabal says, no problem, man. Whatever you want. Just keep it tidy. I have a military exercise with him next month. Ooh, man.
Commander, at your service. At your service.
Resident Tank Commander Shabal.
Quick march! At speed! Your orders. Quick march!
This looks like it's gonna work out all right for us. I guess we can probably bring you up here as well. I'm still not necessarily. Actually, let's bring you guys over here. Yeah, I'm still not necessarily convinced that we're gonna be able to win this. Let's go into Studio here, boys, and just try and minimize the damage we take from those. Those are Italian spearmen from their ranged units. Alright, looks like you guys are gonna get cornered here if you stay here, so let's try and get around them. But yeah, I mean, I hate being in a situation where I don't have any way to return fire to them. Like, basically, the first 2 armies I recruited ended up getting all of the range units we were able to recruit. Though I'm sure we must have access to slingers, so maybe I should start investing in some slingers potentially. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
Riders, advance!
Go, 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 go.
Riders, at the double!
Shabal says hot tub stream at 2K, 100%. Hot tub, Medieval 2. Medieval 2 hot tub. Should be wild.
General, as you command.
Ready and waiting.
Yeah, we need to get guys in behind here to get to these frackin' slingers, man. For whatever reason, they seem really fixated on our cavalry. I guess I know the cavalry is, we're not taking too many losses, but this will weaken the troops here over time. Lucas says Testudo initiate. Yeah, not all of our guys can get into Testudo though. And maybe we should pull some of them out of there. I love the look of Testudo though. But yeah, I mean, what's his name? Volan has sort of like explained sort of the differences between Testudo, the way it functions mechanically, to the way that it's like in Rome 2 compared to the way it used to in Rome 1. And apparently, like, it's yeah, what is up with these guys? Why are they chasing our cavalry like that? Like, what the hell? Are these the only units they can see? Can they not see the other units? But we might be able to get in behind here and get a charge in on these guys. Come on, go, 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 go. James says, my wife is the kind and nice person. Ah, man, you're a lucky man. The kind and nice ones are few and far between nowadays. Shabal says, okay, thank you, man. Bucket is still not full, so I'd like to get some more uses out of it. Oh, man. Yeah, the joy of being in a tank. Come on, go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on. We're gonna get fucked up by all these javelins. So the thing about Rome 2, one of the reasons why cavalry can really struggle in Rome 2 is everybody's carrying javelins, and then especially in this. All right, let's get in here. You guys are gonna be safe. Yeah, especially with javelins in DEI, like there's the units are bigger, right? So they're carrying even more javelins. Georgie says, tough battle after tough battle, Rag. Yeah, these guys are really pushing us to our limit here, but I think if we win this one, we should be more or less set to finish these guys off in the next couple turns. Like these are sort of the decisive battles of the war here with these guys. So come on, stretch out into a nice formation here, boys. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the situation. Alright, I'm gonna bring you guys out and all the way around. I'm hoping to bring you guys up.
Spearmen, ready for orders. Spears!
Yeah, we're hoping that we can flank these guys over here. Shabal says at James, if you are held against your will, blink twice. Bob says that Shabal. Oh, I thought it was kind of returning car with a full tank of gas kind of thing. And James says she started all this out the window. I don't know if we necessarily want to keep them in Testudo now. Is it, has no attack potential while in Testudo, apparently. So definitely want to get everyone out of Testudo in that case. Engage there.
Field artillery, yours to command. At the double.
Yeah, if they come in here, this would be the perfect spot to bomb. But I want to let them commit and get into a big blob first. These guys don't need to be in Testudo now either.
General, your orders. Advance.
Okay, these guys should hold for quite a while. Jabal says it would be nice if you returned the tank with a full tank of gas, but in the case of the bucket, it is the opposite. It's better if it has little as possible. Well, I would say that makes perfect sense. Right, bringing you guys around to do some flanking. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Bob in, boys. Come on in. Come on in, boys. Alright, let's get the artillery ready to shoot. Waiting for them to blob a little bit more. But we might want to... Oh my goodness. Should have saved more of our ammunition. I think this does concentrate fire. This unit fires its missile towards a spot, causing damage to affect everyone in the area. So let's fire right there. And you boys start making your way in here. Boys keep moving around. How are we doing here? My apologies for the frames. We've got a lot of blokes stuffed in one area here. Here's the next shot. Fuck, I don't know if that landed in the right spot there. Just try and shoot over our own troops. Just get in position there. And
Sons of Mars, hack them down. Your orders.
just drop one of these.
Lead us.
Yeah, Kebab says that Shabal. I thought it was like a chemical weapon to counter the underrange rock throwers you have over there. Or underage rock throwers. Yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily working the greatest.
Cut them down.
Finish this guy off. Oh shit.
Commander.
Is that
Yours to command.
in the position? Yeah, see the trouble with the ballistas is they don't... You guys start making your way over here. And let's bring some more guys over this way to bolster the line on this side, and then the rest of you can come over this way as well.
Ready and waiting. Advance at speed.
Trouble with the ballista, like the way that the angle that they shoot, it's not always easy to lob the shots over the other troops.
Shock cavalry ready.
Oh shit, they're wise to my cavalry here. These boys should be able to get in here and lock them off.
Ready and waiting. Men of Italia. Double time.
Yeah, like the thing is, I don't know if our artillery fire is actually causing more harm than good here. Javelins.
Principes. Spears ready. Principes.
We await your command.
So one nice thing about Warhammer is that the charges do feel a lot more impactful, even if a lot of times the units end up getting up anyway. These guys are getting caught on the walls here.
Melee infantry at your command.
Commander, as you command.
I think Three Kingdoms is actually has really great cavalry, really powerful cavalry, really satisfying charges and whatnot.
Brave Romans to a man. Charge! Your orders ready and waiting. Principes! Melee infantry!
Okay.
Equites! Charge!
George says, "Did you see Pharaoh's new battle UI? Do you like it?" I have not. I have not. You know what? I gotta get. I gotta catch up on all of my Total War news.
Principes!
Baldur's Gate has got me really distracted at the moment. Yeah, I gotta get caught up with all of the Total War news because there has been a lot of Total War news of late.
Principes!
News with
Romans to a man.
stuff coming out with Pharaoh, and of course the new DLC coming out for Warhammer as well.
Equites!
Jabal says, or James Johnson says, "My dad is at the pond on my land." Ah, cool.
Heavy cavalry ready.
Shabal says, "I don't want to get caught in the little details, and not that it really matters that much, but my role in the tank is the guy who aims and shoots, not the commander. It is indeed a weapon, but even without it, you're going to fill the bucket during the battle, so it is better that it be as little full as possible." Bob says, "At James Johnson, can your dad help with the rein in the good wife?" Jabal says, "Rag has mixed feelings about Pharaoh." Yeah, definitely mixed feelings. But we were talking about it. I think you brought it up the other day, Georgie, that they had brought the banners. They put the banners back in, which I think is a really good thing. Not having the banners really just kind of makes the game feel just kind of flat. At least this way, you know, we feel like we're playing Rome because we've got the Roman banners here, even if they could be a little bit more realistic looking. But yeah, it does make you feel like you're playing a different faction rather than just the same generic UI for every single faction. So I definitely think it's a good thing that they did that and made that decision. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the community is terribly excited for Pharaoh, which is certainly understandable, but also at the same time it's a little bit sad to see because I think Bronze Age Total War definitely has some potential. What a mess. James says, "My dad stay form because he gets more rage." Oh no.
Advance at speed. Quickly now. Advance at speed.
Oh boys. God, I can't wait till the day till I can build like a real monster of a PC that can handle everything. Doesn't matter how big the battles get, that it can, you know, still manage them. See, look at this. We've got these guys completely enveloped here, and they just do not want to break. Start to break, but yeah, that's the trouble with these elite troops that they have. Bob says, "That Shabal, I wanted to make a joke about it. Perhaps you have mixed feelings about pharaohs, but I don't want to get banned for anti-Semitism, so I'm not going to." That's a good point.
Commander, your orders. Commander.
But yeah, I mean, beyond the initial release for the game, I haven't really looked into it a whole lot. I guess I should. I don't know. Probably give the game a fair chance, despite the fact that, yeah, I don't know. I have the mixed feelings.
We await your command. Cut them down. Your orders. Attack their position. Commander.
Oh boys, in there. Start a mass rout. Come on. Kebab said Rag really practicing his gift wrapping skills in a strategy game. Yeah, just trying to wrap these guys up, man.
By your command. Melee infantry at your command. Italian spearmen.
I mean, this worked out really well. What Lucius said, you know, come in here and scoop up the victory points, and then fight the defensive battle. Definitely has its advantages, because if we were fighting these guys in the field, would have made a big difference. Here we go. We're getting some mass routing. All right, charge into these guys. Of course, one of our cav is breaking though. There we go. They are on the run. I don't know if we need to run these guys down or not. Are they sitting inside the settlements? I'm just gonna end it here. They are sitting outside the settlement. Wow, that worked out really well. 430 losses. Almost, probably like 8-to-1 kill ratio. Kebab says the red and gold makes for a perfect Christmas wrapping paper. Jabal says, don't worry, I don't know what about Rag, but personally I won't report you to the Anti-Defamation League. He wanted to make a joke about mixed feelings about putting children in the river. Yikes! Oh man, look at the loot we could get there. 10,000, but yeah, we'll just occupy. We don't want the extra slaves. Yeah, shit. These guys, okay, only 3 of them survived. We'll leave the fishery. Build that. Could build the consecrated ground. But we're building consecrated ground here. James says, man, last live stream for a week. Oh no. And Kebab says, Cheval, actually, me hinting at history already was the joke, but what the heck happened with children in a river? No kidding. Ooh, man. Yeah, so they're down to 2 settlements. This has got a big garrison, though. That might be another pain in the ass to take.
Ready for orders.
We sit outside the settlement. Yeah, we might as well leave them inside the settlement for now. At least we're getting good replenishment here. Are we getting any replenishment? We're getting good replenishment over here too. Do have some mercs available also. Which Ooh, actually, let's wait till next turn to recruit them. So we don't have to pay the upkeep. What's the... Oh shit. What happened there when I... Sake. No longer available. I guess they're not available now because of the manpower. Alright, just leave it. We don't need them necessarily. Wait till next turn. This guy's leveled up. Replenishment rate, always good. Ammunition's not too bad. What else? What do we got? Reduction in Empire maintenance is pretty huge as well, because Empire maintenance gets really out of hand in this. So you're... we got campaign movement range there. That would be nice. Let's try to see if there's anywhere else that we can reduce our upkeep cost. The Empire maintenance would be nice. Cultural conversion, local province would be good too. Ammunition, I guess, well, we don't have ammunition in these armies, so I guess that's kind of a moot. Aside from the javelins, but that's not gonna have them carry an extra javelin, so probably not necessary. I think it's kind of between working towards more campaign movement, wherever the hell that was. Though trained swordsman would be pretty good too. Fuck. 3% melee attack skill. 3% is not a lot, but it does add up. Kind of need every little edge that we can get. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Campaign movement, melee attack skill, or empire maintenance? Bob says, I'm just going to pretend with the river he means the Red Sea and children are the people following Moses, and it's all has a happy ending. Bob says, according to the Jewish story, at a certain point, Pharaoh gave an order to throw the male babies into the river. Ah. Bob says, now you mention it, I did have a Bible studies for a year when I was 11, and if I recall correctly, the Pharaoh did some no-no stuff, and then you had the locusts and the famine and such. Alright, James Johnson, take care, man. Have a good night. Kebab says, good luck with the female, James. Yes, indeed. Good luck. Ooh. I think I'm going to go for the empire maintenance. Because that'll help our cultural conversion as well. Alright. Might as well leave him sitting in the settlement for now.
Ready for battle.
Because we're going to get the rebellion regardless. So it's not really a huge issue either way. Alright, for you, let's go with... Ooh, yeah, we'll go with that.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, there was campaign movement there that we could have got as well. Yeah, I think this is their last army, and I think that's their last fleet. So we've got them on the run. I don't think I'm going to spend any more cash this turn. We got to figure out what we're going to do up here in Espanol. Shabal says, that James, good night and good luck. Okay, so we want to get rid of this force to try and ease the strain of resources in this province.
At your command.
And we're going to move one of these armies. What do we got here? With a melee attack skill there. And oh, we already have. Why can't I sink another point in there? It's weird. Both the melee attack skill. R2 Total War Warrior says it's better to let a rebel army grow a little more because that improves the public order. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I don't know, I might get rid of them right away though, just because I don't want to suffer more casualties getting rid of them, but I don't know, we'll see. See how it goes. I don't know what we're going to do with public order over in these provinces. How we're going to get it under control. It's another downside to having allies is you end up with these sort of split provinces where getting the culture on your side is problematic.
Ready for orders.
These guys are in good shape and these guys are in okay shape. Alright, so Consul Perpetuo, you... What's the... Alright, yeah, the supplies are okay there. So you just stand right there for now. Shabab says, Shabab says, my brave son. Yes, there were some unkind things Pharaoh did, but I don't really know how much of this are really backed up by historical evidence. Bob says, at Shabal, not gonna lie, how difficult it already is to verify what's true and what's not. I can't imagine how you can look at something 3,000 years ago and be like, yeah, this probably happened. Yeah, it's man, it is a bewildering and confusing time that we live in, and looking at history makes it a little bit, you know, it's tough. All right, I think we're safe to go into patrol here. Just reduce our upkeep cost and replenishment cost. I don't think or our replenishment. I don't think there's anybody in range to attack them. So we should be all right there. You, my friend, keep tracking the Carthaginians here. We want to keep tabs on them. Just deploy you right there. R2 says, only in case you can leave an army there to deal with the rebel army. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hopefully once we get out of some of these wars, we can potentially leave some armies behind to manage public order and whatnot. But it is going to be a little bit tricky to do so. Alright, you guys, just move to here. And you move here. I've got a feeling they're going to run.
Make haste, men.
Kebab says, real talk, did COVID really happen? Do we have a source on this? I don't know. It's a tough one.
Commander.
Alright, we should have enough
Advance.
movement
Ready for order.
to make the follow-up attack here. Oh, man. This is definitely one we could auto-resolve, but I'm kind of having fun with these large battles, and this is one where we should be able to squish them. So we'll fight it. Fair bit of cav, though. Doesn't seem like a terribly strong army we're up against, but... yeah, see these armies, we've got all of the archers that we have available kind of sprinkled through them. Would obviously be nice to have more archers, but... but the other thing is, the archers seem to have pretty low impact in this, that they... in this particular mod. Like in vanilla, the archers do pretty well. Just set up shop in this corner here. They should come to us. Because of our artillery. And then we'll just bolster the center with our spears. It's gonna hang out there. Position there.
Ballista. Defensive position.
Oh shit!
Men. Way to the front.
Oh, whoops. Alright, I mean the good thing is they're fast, so they should be able to get over here in time. The only thing is though, they do have cavalry, so if they really want to run us down, they probably will be able to. Put you guys on the flank there, and put you guys over on this flank over here. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Get back here.
Ballista. Ready and waiting. Hold position.
Just get all the artillery position.
Advance at speed. Missile infantry. Archers. Archers. Ready. On watch. Rifle group awaiting orders. At the double. Forward.
Looks like we got some cav coming in there.
Yours to command. Troops and ready.
Got everybody moving in right directions. Won't count there. Chase them off.
Ready and waiting.
Chase them off. R2 says, Ragnarok, I know this has nothing to do with your channel, but what's your thought about aliens and UFO? Only in case you want to answer. Tough question. I'll come back to that in a second. Kebab says, R2, reminder that like a week or two ago, they announced the existence of aliens in front of Congress and nobody cared. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, I don't know, nobody the trouble is nobody believes anything the government says anymore, so it's like, I don't know, it's sort of a weird thing. Jabal says, yes, I agree with you. There are things that you have not seen yourself or experienced them. You won't be able to tell if they really happened or not. In the end, how do you know that all of this happened? That all of this is a dream? But you try to gather as much information as possible and use your mind in order to try and understand the event in the best possible way. It's pretty sure even then you won't have the full picture. And R2 says, could Independence Day 1996 become reality someday? Does the Earth stand a chance against the aliens? Well, the thing is, like, I don't know, like, if there is like, what is it, the Fermi paradox, where it's you know, like, there's a certain percentage chance whether or not there's alien life out there. Where the fuck are you guys going? You guys get in line over here. Like, the thing is, I don't know. Like, yeah, it seems kind of crazy to think that there wouldn't be aliens out there because of how massive the universe is and how, you know, like, the scale of it. So I mean, I feel like there's gotta be alien life. There's gotta be let's just back up a little bit with you guys. Yeah, I feel like the odds are certainly in the favor of there being alien life, but, you know, philosophically, if you think about it, like, what's the scarier, which thought is scarier, that we aren't alone and that there are aliens out there, or that we are alone? Just imagine, like, how scary it would be if Earth was the only place in the universe where there is life, and just the complete sort of, like, cavalier disregard we have for the value of life here as human beings is kind of scary to think about. But yeah, I feel like there's got to be aliens out there. And I mean, the thing is, though, if the aliens do have the technology to travel here on Earth, I don't think we stand much of a chance to defend ourselves if they are in fact hostile towards us. Kebab says, I always feel like the people complaining about the U.S. government and media are overreacting, but whenever I hear something from those two, I totally get it. And Kebab says, Art 2, I can recommend reading The Three-Body Problem. It's honestly the best sci-fi I've ever seen / read regarding that. Marcus Wilfart says, howdy doody, my man. Marcus, what's going on, man? How's the tail end of your weekend playing out? I hope you're not working too hard over the weekend this fine August, I guess mid-August. Marcus says, right, our universe is literally too big not to have aliens or other life forms. And Kebab says, the book made me believe that technology advanced aliens would really be to us like what our military is to isolated tribes. Yeah, no, that's exactly it, man. Like, our, you know, technologically advanced aliens would have, you know, if they've got the ability to traverse the universe, how massive it is, certainly their tech is going to be way more advanced than what we've got at our disposal. Jabal says, for me, statistically, the chances are that we are not the only ones in the universe. Now, the question is whether they have already visited us and the government is hiding, or maybe they are in the same situation we are in right now, and they still haven't developed the technology to visit us. Yeah, you know, that could be as well. That they're still trying to figure things out.
Romans, ready for duty.
But yeah, it is
Ready.
really thought-provoking to think of.
Your orders.
Really interesting stuff.
Astarte.
But you know, like the weird thing is, like now, like the big question is, like, why all of a sudden now the government is coming out with this stuff? Like, what, you know, what's going on that all of a sudden they finally want to admit to, you know, covering up alien, you know, behavior, or like UFO stuff? Like I don't get it. I you know, like what's going on? What's changed that they all of a sudden want to be upfront and honest about it? You know, it's the only thing that kind of makes me question what they're sort of getting at.
Weapons, ready for duty. Principes. Melee infantry. Principes. Double time. Orders. Yes, command.
Cav took a bit of a beating in this fight, unfortunately.
Missiles awaiting.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a little bit of archer support.
At the double.
No.
Back now. Principes. Ready and waiting. Jupiter gives us strength. Melee troops awaiting orders. Your orders. Ready and waiting. Principes. Advance.
Pretty close
By your
finishing
command.
this off.
Your orders. Missile infantry ready.
Don't know how much friendly fire we're getting though.
At the orders. For honor and glory. Astarte. Bring advance. Your orders. Principes. Ready.
Fuck.
Archers. Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting.
Out of there.
Time. Archers. At speed. Orders.
Oh, it's super annoying to have a unit break and then come back and mess you up.
Jupiter gives us strength. Scutari. Melee troops.
In there,
Principes.
boys.
To arms.
Let's go for them.
Melee troops. Hulkmen. Engage. Principes. Advance. Orders. Ready and waiting.
Battle's turned into a bit of a mess.
Ready. Yes.
I think they took the worst of it here. Jabal says, same situation we are in right now, and they still haven't developed technology to visit us. Okay, right. Read that one. Kebab says, aliens too busy making memes and fighting strangers over politics on their alien internet. Maybe there's a secret alien base under Epstein's island. Who knows? Who knows? Marcus says, doing all right. Just finished swimming with my little buddy, and now about to grab us all some pizza. Dang it, man. That's the second. You know, last night I was streaming with Wyvern, and he mentioned pizza. And now Marcus is mentioning pizza. I really want to have pizza. I freaking, I don't know. I've got some chicken in the fridge that I cooked last night, and I should probably polish it off tonight. But now I want pizza. God, can't go wrong with pizza. Shabal says they will probably meet us. It will be like Columbus and the Native Americans, only in the case we are Native Americans. Absolutely, man. Merlin, how are you? How is beautiful Brazil tonight? Welcome to the stream.
Your next command.
Marcus says, LOL. It's great, man. Yeah. Where's the best place to get pizza down there in Texas, Marcus? I wonder,
Ready for battle.
I don't know. I was watching the Jimmy Dore show the other night,
Make haste.
and his guest was asking him who has the better pizza, New York or Chicago? And Jimmy said Chicago, hands down, had the better pizza than New York. And the guy was, I think the guy was from New York, so he was like, I don't know about that. But yeah, that would be something to do, man. Travel around the U.S. and see where all of the, try the best pizza of all the, all the pizza places and everything. Would be pretty freaking cool. Marcus says, Chicken is just as good. Yeah, chicken's not too bad. I've got sort of like a roast chicken with a sun-dried tomato, garlic sort of sauce that I made for it. So it's not bad. Not bad. Can't go wrong with it. I mean, I love me some chicken. But, ah, man, pizza. Can't go wrong with pizza. Alright, I don't think there's a whole lot else we can do this turn. We've turned the taxes down, so we're not making a ton of cash anymore. But, I mean, considering how many armies we have in the field, I think we're doing okay. And then these provinces, if we were to stop taxing them, we could actually get the public order headed in a positive direction. So, I guess it's not all bad there. Kebab says, that's crazy, dude. New York, it looks close to the Italian original, but that Chicago one, I mean, I'd love to try it, but it looks like an abomination. I've got to say, like, my favorite style for crust of a pizza is the Chicago deep dish. I love it, man. I think it's, you know, every once in a while you'll find a place here in Toronto that'll do it that way. I mean, the pizza here in Toronto sucks ass. Like we've got, I mean, there's one or two places where you can get some good pizzas, but it's usually really expensive. But I mean, most of the pizza here in Toronto is not very good, in my opinion. I think the pizza is much better in Montreal. Montreal's got some good pizza, and some of the places back home in Nova Scotia has some really good pizza as well. But yeah, here in Toronto, it's kind of lackluster. But yeah, those, you can't go wrong with the Chicago deep dish style pizza. We'll wait on this because we need money for our research here. Jabal says, sounds good. Marcus says, ah, heck, I love Little Caesars, but there are better places around here too that aren't name brand. We have a brick oven pizza place that beats out everything, just more money. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like the really great places are always going to be a little bit more expensive. Kebab says, Lord knows one day I'm going to visit the U.S., binge on all the shitty food I heard so much about, and hate myself on the plane home. Why not? I mean, when in Rome. Marcus says, Domino's has shitty sauce down here too. Try of crust. Pizza Hut is way too greasy, and yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah, we've got Pizza Hut here too. We've got Domino's, Papa John's. And then we've got our Canadian brands like Pizza, and some of the other ones. Trying to think of some of the other ones. We do have Little Caesars here too. I wasn't a big fan of Little Caesars, but
These people are concerning. Will you not move your armies against them? When can you give the orders?
No, not today, my friend. But yeah, that was one of the things that Jimmy Dore was saying on his show about Chicago. He's like, he doesn't know how Domino's and places like Domino's and Papa John's stay in business in Chicago because, like, you know, you go to any bar or tavern or whatever, and they've got like really good pizza in comparison to like the big brand names. So I don't know. You gotta be shitting me here. I mean, numerically, we've got, you know... Man, do I really want to fight this? God damn. Wasn't expecting this. We can just retake it, I suppose. So, let them have it. Frickin' rebels. Marcus says, Little Caesars is great whenever it's hot, then when it gets cold, no thanks. Yeah. I don't know. I love cold pizza. You know, there's nothing better than, you know, pizza for breakfast in the morning, especially if you're, you know, had one too many beers the night before or something. But I don't mind me some cold pizza, but certain types of pizza though, certain brands aren't very good. I'll agree with that. Aren't as good as others. Fuck, how many rebellion? Army, okay, that's the garrison. Okay, just 2 rebellions. Okay, I was gonna say slums. Where did we get slums? Fuck. How did we get slums here? Guess I forgot to build there. Subject gene, infamy. God dang it. Jabal says, what a Canadian name. What shall we call our pizza? People love pizza, so let's use the name twice. Yeah, it's an Ontario thing, and yeah, freaking Ontario, man, this freaking losers. But yeah. Shiza, do we want to continue pushing down here with this army? Do we want to fall back and retake Buxentum? I think we're going to continue pushing because this army can come around this way to get to there. And we might as well get out of this province. Where's Barium? Let's build this. Build this. And what do we want to build here? Ooh, we got olive press. Yeah, we'll build the olive press. Marcus says, be right back. Gotta pick up the deliciousness. Ah, nice. Kebab says, Shabal, maybe it's a jab at pizza. That isn't really pizza. Oh, man. This song, their song is the worst, too. Their theme song. Alright. We got available for mercenaries. Yeah, I'm gonna hire these guys. What's the upkeep on them? Or 85, that's not too bad. Just hire them to get the numbers up.
Ready for all. To battle. Make haste, men.
Though, man, I don't think we're gonna be...
Commander. March.
I don't think we're strong enough to take this on yet. As evidenced by our very ragtag group of soldiers here. Kebab says, not gonna lie, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've been bored with pizza for a long time and have converted to being a pasta guy. Hey man, pasta's pretty freaking good too.
Waiting for more orders.
Alright, how bad does that affect the public order? -6, so it's not too bad. Kebab says, like, good pizza is good pizza, but good pasta is some hecking great pasta, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, pasta's just, it's on a whole other level altogether, for sure. Shoot, we got these guys to get rid of too. Rack. Big surprise there. And he doesn't have enough movement to get to there. Rack! Ah, that's annoying.
Ready for orders.
You're out of movement. How much movement do you have?
At your command.
Rack, we're not getting any replenishment here. Everything's being built. Population is not looking so good.
At your command.
Shit. It's this province.
Ready for battle.
Shit, moving over here.
Ready for orders.
Ready for orders.
Alright, you just finish these guys off, just get rid of them.
You have further orders?
Alright. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna position this army here. And then these two armies.
Ready for battle.
Let's yeah, let's do a little bit of swapping here. We don't want the supply guys. Those guys. Oh, we did get the artillery piece back. That's nice. those guys. Those guys. I like
Make
that.
haste, men. At your command.
These guys have 3 artillery
We
pieces.
hunger
Or
for
did we?
battle. At your
I don't know.
command.
Alright, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to send this guy potentially back around this way to hopefully get some replenishment. Might have to send him all the way back to Rome, and we could recruit some more Triarii there. This army is going to come down here and take this next turn. And then these 2 armies should be in good enough shape
Commander,
to lay siege to this. And then whichever armies get over to this first,
it
get
is
over
an
to
honor
this.
to serve Rome.
And then you, sir, might as well recruit
We need good,
some
strong
more of
men.
these. Get the numbers up. Shabal says, maybe that's exactly how they catch you. Shabal says, pasta is also really good. Dough in general is an amazing thing. Each of them has its place. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but Yemeni food is made from dough in all kinds of shapes, and it's amazing. Bob says, at Shabal, Yemeni food is like the most exotic food I've ever had. Like, I don't even know what to imagine. Yeah, dough in food is, yeah, it's like, why is it always the carbs that taste so good? You know? All the stuff that's, you know, supposedly not so good for you. Right, go with that, and... It's 3% missile damage inflicted by all siege weapons. We'll go with that. Bob says, but yes, dough is absolutely amazing. 100%.
Ready for battle.
Alright. How are we doing for supplies here? Yeah, supplies are fine. This province, the supplies are fine. Province, the supplies are fine. Thing is, we might lose 30 here. These guys might come over here and take this.
Yes.
What are we looking at for garrison? Alright, I'm actually gonna park the fleet in here.
Into port.
Just so
Assembling the fleet.
there's a little bit of extra force there in case these guys try and take it. Suppose these guys could try and take it too. But yeah, so one army fall back, get some replenishment. What's the fertility here? Early spring. Oh, it's spring now already. Is there fertility in this in DEI? This provides more food. We'll go with that because we are kind of running a little bit low on food. We got to get some of these food buildings built. Bob says, also just beautiful in general, turning flour into dough and kneading it. I had such an exhausting weekend that I'm close to writing a wall of text about why dough is great. Jabal says, think of dough in different forms. There is one that is rolled dough and one that is simply lumps of dough with cream cheese on top of it. Alright, what do we got? What do we got here? A member of your family has been captured by pirates. The sea scum are offering to return the boy in exchange for a substantial ransom. Isn't that what happened to Julius Caesar? Alright, we'll pay the ransom. Fucking guys. Fuck, we're out of cash. Out of cash. How much does this cost? 2,500. Fuckity fuck. We gotta cancel something. Cancel that for now. And yeah, okay, that gives us enough for our research. Unless we can sack a city over here somewhere. Alright, but public order went back to 0 over here. Guess maybe the spring. Spring has given us a +2 public order bonus. So that's nice. That'll help a little bit there. And over here. Alright, over here we're good. How did the public order all of a sudden change so much? Characters 18. Oh, you know what? It must be, must be Consul Perpetuo here. Kebab says, Shabal, one thing that'll never stop amazing me is that no matter how poor and chaotic a country can be, they can still have an amazing cuisine and history. This is my impression from Googling Yemeni food. Alright, we gotta get over here to finish these dudes off. And it's probably a good thing for us to leave this province for a bit because of the lack of supplies.
At your command.
This guy can't reach, but we'll take him out of the province. What do we got for garrison? A small garrison there. Alright, I think we can auto-resolve this. You know what, I think we better fight this. 74%. I think we can do a better job if we fight it. Kebab says, a finishing off dudes is what I'm here for. Yikes, I gotta be careful with my language sometimes. The things that I say. Oh my goodness. Is DM Wyvern still playing Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, look at this guy, he's a maniac. Started streaming 5 hours ago. Still going strong. Goodness gracious. Crazy son. Oh shit. Okay, I think we're okay. Jabal says, I agree with you. Every culture society has value, and it's not just a monitoring value. And yes, this is something that happened to the Emperor. According to the story, he told the pirates that after they released him, he would come back and crucify one of them. Ugh. I do not like this round, though. This is not terrible. We can use this. It actually might work out okay. It's a little bit of high ground here. Battle ready. Let's go into guard mode. Let's go into guard mode. And
At your service. Commander. Astarte.
actually just back up a little bit. I'm gonna take advantage of the slope. Oh shit.
Troops. Astarte.
You boys just in the middle here. Throw you in where you're needed. And Cav, position you guys up there. It's here.
Grouped and ready, Commander. Grouped and awaiting orders. Our enemies have some impressive beards and mustaches. What a pity that their wits are so completely lacking. If
All right,
they
looking
had
good.
any understanding of our might,
Bob says,
they
Ashabal,
would
wasn't it
run
Caesar
back
that
to
said
their
that?
hovels.
Yes, Caesar. Kebab says, friendly reminder to watch HBO's Rome if you haven't already. Oh my gosh, HBO's Rome is so freaking good, man. What a great series. What a great series. Kebab says, yes, that's what I was going to say, but Google Translate is stupid. Kebab says, it's a real classic in my opinion. No, I completely agree, Kebab. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. The Spartacus series that Stars did was really good as well, but it's a lot more graphic and a lot more over the top than Rome 2 is, or than not Rome 2, than what Rome was. But I think though with Spartacus, the series, a lot of the, like the really great writing with it kind of got sort of taken for granted because of the overtop nature of it.
Advance at speed.
A lot of people sort of disregarded how good the writing was for it, but the Rome series was just freaking awesome. The only thing, I think when we were talking about this, someone had mentioned the only thing that was like a little bit of a downer for this series was the sometimes like the battles that they had weren't necessarily all that sort of like the epic sort of sets that they had with like something like Game of Thrones.
Quickly now.
But still, a really good job. And I thought the way that they handled the battles, you know, despite those limitations, were actually really good. Despite all of that. Shabal says, and brag, all this talk about pizza made me want pizza. I think I will make pizza too. And Kebab says, at Shabal, I look how many languages the world for Emperor is still Caesar. In mine too, Kaiser. Yeah, you know what? It's crazy. It is really crazy. R2 Total War says, speaking of Spartacus series, who do you think is the best fighter in that series? Spartacus, Crixus, Aragon, or Gannicus, or Doctori? Man, that is a tough call. That is a tough call. I really loved Gannicus. Gannicus was like, I loved that character. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, that is tough. I don't know who you'd have to go with for the top fighter there, but I mean, any one of those guys could take it for sure. But I think in terms of, you know, characters, I think Gannicus was probably my favorite character, just because of his, you know, flamboyant lifestyle or whatever. All right, boys, hold the line down here and drop a.
Shock cavalry ready.
No, don't do that. Shoot at them. And shoot over here. Kebab says, yeah, Rome would have been perfect if it really covered the battles, but can't have it all. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure they were working with, you know, a lot of limitations in terms of, you know, the cost of production, right? But they still did a really great job with it, despite all of that. R2 says, I mean, in reality, just according to what is depicted in the series. Yeah, I mean, probably based on what's depicted in the series, I guess you would probably almost have to go with Spartacus. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. The thing is, Doctori in the first season, you know, when he's training Crixus and Spartacus to fight against Diocles, he's like whipping the two of them, right? But then in the second season, Doctori gets sort of bitched by that Egyptian guy. So it's like, why did they do that to Doctori? It's like he got a nerf. A nerf from season 1 to season 2. And then, I mean, Gannicus was awesome all the way through, just, you know, undefeated in the arena and everything. Spartacus, or sorry, not Spartacus, Crixus was pretty badass, but though again, Crixus gets defeated by, you know, eventually gets defeated by Crassus's son, so I think it would be tough to give it to Crixus. Yeah, I think it comes down to either Spartacus or Gannicus, I think, are the top two. Just because, you know, like, with Doctori, like I said, like, there's such a difference, there's such a disparity between him in Season 1 and Season 2 and his sort of power level. But both Gannicus and Spartacus have, like, you know, are depicted in the series as, you know, pretty badass, you know, all the way through. Kebab says, like the battle in the beginning of the show was really good and immersive. I'd love a show of just that. Imagine a show that's just Roman war stories. That would be kind of cool. Shabal says, yes, it's like that in Hebrew too. This man was so famous that future generations stuck with his name as a word. And R2 says, I think all the fighters I mentioned are close to each other in terms of fighting skills. No, absolutely. Morn says, yo, what's up, Morn? Bob says, at Morn, my Nibba, I missed you, Shabal says. And he has a beautiful wife. R2 says all of them are nearly tied in skills. Yeah, it's really difficult to sort of pin down which one of them you'd have to say as the best fighter out of them. But yeah, I would probably lean closer to all right, we're not suffering attrition anymore.
Commander.
How we doing for supplies in this province? Alright, we got decent supplies in this province. We might have to stay here for a little while. But I'm not sure what we're going to do with Palantia here. Because I don't know that we're going to go to war with these guys or what. We don't want Carthage down here to... Oh my god, look at this shit. My god. These guys are going to be scary to fight against. Cheval says he was too OP in the first season. Bob's blowing Morn kisses. It's adorable to see the two of you reunited. What have we got here? Let's come down here and sink some points into this, I guess. Improve the melee skill of the armies. R2 says, did the slaves really have any chance for beating the whole Roman Republic? I think it was a fatal mistake for them when they split into different groups. Yeah, that's exactly it. But it seems there was some kind of I don't know if the historians can be trusted, that there was some kind of friction between Crixus and Spartacus.
On the road again.
So I think that's ultimately what led to their downfall. But yeah, most definitely. But I don't know. I like, like the thing is, like, Spartacus's body, they say, was never found, right? And so I like to think that Spartacus escaped to Parthia, and when Crixus went to Parthia and was killed by the Parthians. I like to think that it was Spartacus that was there, that devised the whole thing, led him into the trap, and murdered the poor bastard.
We hunger for battle.
But yeah, they kind of imply that some of them managed to escape in the show or whatever. But who knows? Who knows? R2 says, Crixus later went his own way with his people. Jamal says, looks like a lot of fun is headed your way. Bob says, it's dangerous having both Morn and me in the same chat. Before you know it, you stop streaming and start making Warhammer meme videos full time. Alright, let's take a look at the political situation or the diplomatic situation over here. Yeah, so these boys aren't super friendly with us, but
Greetings. Speak
they're
plainly
at war
without
with the
idle
Celtic
purpose,
guy.
and all will be well.
Don't want non-aggression with us. Celtic guy. The thing is, they're at war with Syracuse. We could potentially get non-aggression with them. Tony's, Focacci. I don't know. How is it that frickin' Syracuse, way the hell over here, is at war with these guys in Spain? It's super annoying. But yeah, frickin' Syracuse has caused more problems for us than what I would have liked. Bob says, don't mean to hate, but Crixus sounds like an unimaginative hairy spotter spell. Chabal says, it also seems that for some reason, instead of trying to leave the borders of the Empire, they simply decided to go back and attack Rome instead of fleeing the Romans, mainly because they arrived relatively close to the border with Germany. Well, I think they tried to escape out of like when they were trapped in the boot here, like you know, pretty cool, pretty unbelievable how Crassus built a wall across here. But when they were trapped here, they tried to make a deal with the pirates, and I think that actually happened, and the pirates did double cross them. But yeah, that's another hypothesis. Maybe, you know, Spartacus made it seem like the pirates double-crossed them and just, you know, did the old switcheroo, left the pirates behind, and sailed off with the pirates' ships. But yeah, the story goes they were double-crossed by the pirates. They were going to try and escape through into Sicily and maybe beyond, I guess. But had to turn back. They broke through the wall and then turned back north. And then eventually split up, I guess. R2 says, yes, at least they had a chance for getting out of Italy to the north. And JC says, I hate how half the time your client states won't trade with you. Yeah, I completely agree, man. It's super annoying. And expansion of cultural version, release troops of Vicenti, reduce troops of Tarbelli. Yeah, our release troops is hurting our relations with these guys a little bit. So
There's food enough for 2 armies await.
R2 says probably the pirates betrayed Spartacus because Crassus forced them to confess where Spartacus was planning to go. Could very well be. But yeah, it would be nice.
I look forward to your wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, the diplomacy in this, you know, functions logically like it works. I just feel like it could be tweaked a little bit to be a little bit more I don't know, more easy to use, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it just negotiating with the AI seems overly hostile to negotiations, that they reject a lot of negotiations when you've got good relations with them or they're supposed to be reliable. They just don't seem to want to participate. 4 hours slowly slipping. All right, I think we're gonna end the turn. A couple levels up here. You have a spy here that hasn't moved. Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. That we had this spy positioned over here in Carthage, keeping an eye on them. And basically what I was saying is that this war was going to pretty well be over by the time we get over here. Oh, you fuckers, you better not go over here and take this. Oh, man, that would burn my ass if they did that. I mean... yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst outcome, but it would prevent us from consolidating this entire province. So there is that. This boy's got to level up. So it's just all improved skills or whatever. This dude's leveled up as well. And you know, that's the thing. You gotta really, you know, you got so many choices here for leveling dudes up and everything that it, you know, you gotta really take some time to think this out and plan it. Despite the fact that I'm just kind of going through it kind of fast. Alright. Jabal says, yes, but before reaching this area, they reached the area of northern Italy. Then Pashan decided to turn around and back in the direction of Rome. Then they just slaughtered them all. It's easier to negotiate with dead people. I suppose so. R2 says, or Crassus bribed the pirate's boss, or the pirate's boss was an untrustworthy person. Yeah, I mean, you know, pirates, how much would you be able to trust a bunch of pirates? Guys, I'm going to be right back. I just want to head to the loo. I'll be back in a minute. Ah, shoot. This is something I haven't really been paying attention to a whole lot is the banditry. One of our storehouses has been robbed. Bandits have broken in and stolen a large amount of supplies. This province will produce a lot less food this month. And we've also got a... We are in the negative for food. It's never good. Food shortage. Rack. Important character. R2 says you have to do something now about banditry. It would appear so. Would appear so. The thing is, this province, there's nothing I can do about banditry over here. And to turn the taxes off here for now. That gets our food situation back under control. But yeah, let's take a quick just overview of our provinces here. Banditry is not too bad here. Gonna get that built now. Gotta get this food situation, food crisis. Senenum. We're not taxing this province. We tax it. Alright, might as well tax it. Gives us a bit more food as well. We're gonna get the rebellion regardless. How was the banditry? Banditry 0 there. Banditry 0 there. Banditry is a little bit high here. What have we got built? Is there anything? Maybe we should get rid of this and build the building for... Because the... What does this cost? 6,000. +2 growth per turn, +4 public order per turn from sanitation, +4 unit replenishment. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of this. It's 3 banditry. This one's -6 banditry. Let's use up food though. I like the idea of using up food. I think the let's demolish that. We'll build the proper grain depot there. I think these lower the banditry, right? -10 banditry. Yeah, so we'll build one of the grain pits there instead. That built there. Banditry's 12 here, but that'll help out a little bit. Banditry 19, that'll help. We get rid of this too. R2 says banditry was first introduced in the Empire Divided vanilla DLC. Yeah. It's been a pain in my ass ever since. I mean, the nice thing about this building is there's no negatives to it, but it's not really... Public order here is +10. Yeah, I think we can get rid of that. We'll build the grain depot there too. Banditry's okay here. This province... we just turned the taxes off here, but... I think we can tax it. Yeah, the trouble is with this province is there's... Unless we want to get rid of the marble, there's not a lot we can do about the banditry. Oh, you know what? We'd switch over to shipwright. That lowers the banditry a little bit. But we kind of need the fish for the food. It's a tough call there. We'll figure something out here eventually. Hopefully we expand into some of these other areas. Down here... I suppose we should probably... Oh, we got fishing boats, eh? Interesting. I think we're gonna put that in there. God dang. Out of cash. I'm not sure about this province, whether or not we can stay here. We're not getting any replenishments. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about Galicia here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to stay here right now because we got lots of other folks in the area. R2 says, did you investigate any technology that lowers banditry? You should. Right now, I'm completely focused on the diplomacy, getting this finished off so that we can hopefully create some more allies and just lessen the sort of burden of enemies, just lessen the amount of enemies that we have. Do any of the technologies? Guess maybe do any of the military technologies lower banditry? Reducing our upkeep costs would be nice as well. Weapon proficiency. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's anything that reduces banditry from what I can see here. Oh, okay, here we are. Central Grain Warehouse, -3 banditry in all your provinces. There we go. And -5 banditry. These two right here. You get -8. R2 says maybe there are some in the military section. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of sniffed them out there. Alright, still getting replenishments. How we doing? Yeah.
How can I be of assistance?
Come around this way.
Swift and silent as a shadow.
Yeah, just deploy you there for now. And
What do you? Treading softly. In Rome's service, I
just
never
make sure
tire.
nobody's up there.
I'll just scout ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this settlement is a long ways away from our main settlement here. I mean, we should see them coming if they head this way. But yeah, this is where I want to have our base of operation, but yeah, if we can't get the population up though, that's going to be a big problem, obviously. And we do have a large force making their way over here. All right, you, my friend, you got to make your way over here. I think we're just going to keep this dude here for now. And then this army, let's just stand right here for the time being. This province, I'm going to turn the taxes off. Doesn't affect us, but I think we're just going to abandon this province for the time being. It does have that ones there. I don't know. We'll see if the slums develop there. If the slums develop, we'll just abandon it. So I don't know that we can hold on to it for the time being. We've got to turn our attention to the Carthaginians, and what we want to do is try and get into situations where we're taking on, where we have them outnumbered. But yeah, what we might have to do
At your command.
is we might have to send this army into this province to get replenishment potentially. Are you? How the? Ah, fuck! They're taking attrition now. R2 says, in case you use the latest DEI version, you can use an allied faction supplies by putting your armies in allied territory. Yeah, you know what? That's true. We can do that. I think you can even do that with a faction with whom you have just trade agreement. Statue of Mars. Extra barley rations. Go with that. Go with that. Medicus sounds pretty good as well. Oh, an age retainer. Yeah, let's give him the age retainer. Because that'll give him more. He's part of our faction, so. Do that. And replenishment. Yeah, unfortunately, these armies, we don't have the supply wagons in any of these armies. So he should be able to get replenishment over there.
At your command.
But total supply change minus 12. Total supplies minus 27. We're in tough over here in Spain, and now that we're coming into contact with the Carthaginians, it's gonna be even more difficult. R2 says, unfortunately, one of the setbacks in having allies in DI is that allied armies use your region supplies when you pass by there and when they sit there. Yeah, that is one of the unfortunate things.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, I don't want to suffer attrition with you as well, so just stay put there and you can pass by next turn. But yeah, we'll come back in through this way. The supplies are going to dry up really quick there, but I'm thinking this army we're going to send over to that province potentially. I guess we can, yeah, we can pass through this province first. And we'll probably make our stand against this force over here at Salduba. In fact, why don't we just move you just a little bit closer to Salduba for now.
On the move.
And just stay in this stance for the time being. But he's got a little bit of ground. He might go for Cesis here. Which if he does, we could potentially scoop that up. But before we move on from Iberia, let's just double check. Got
My friend,
any
be welcome.
diplomatic options here?
You honor us. There is food enough for 2 armies awaiting us when we have talked. You have an honest tongue, and so I reject your offer hesitantly.
Oh, R2 says then
and
you should
without
think
wishing
carefully before inviting an
offense.
ally or client state to join a war you're fighting. Yeah, I've got to... Yeah. Next time we start another war, be really careful on whether or not we drag our allies into it, because it's how we lost our allies previously. But also, yeah, it does affect the supply situation. Alright, boys, get in here. Hopefully we don't have to manually resolve this. Doesn't look too bad. Well, I suppose that's one we probably could have fought.
Commander. Ready for orders.
Just step outside the settlement. build one of these. We built fishing boats here. I mean, I don't think we're gonna need another temple, really. I mean, we're struggling for food, so maybe just build a farm with that. Alright, looks like they backed off. Where did that... Oh, they dragged their fleet into there.
Is there nothing else?
What's the garrison like here in Croton? It's fairly depleted, but this fleet is not going to be strong enough to take them on. R2 says another setback when Allied armies pass by our territories is that the population of those cities dislike the presence of foreign armies near the cities. Ah, another valid point.
Set up a blockade!
Is this going to cause you to suffer attrition? Doesn't look like it. We'll just leave the blockade there for now. But yeah, they've brought this fleet in here to support. So, the boys are headed back this way. And you're going to have to deal with the rebellion over here, unless we can... We can prevent it. Yeah, I'll prevent it for one turn. Maybe we should just trigger it. Though, probably be better... Yeah, you know what, let's just prevent it for a turn. Give the garrison a little bit of time to recover first, so it can kind of defend itself.
At your command. Ready for orders.
Alright, we'll have...
Ready for battle. Commander.
Have this dude launch the attack.
Besieging settlement. Let them cower before Rome! At your command. Make haste, men. Your next command. Look to the defense.
We get any bonuses for this? Plus 5% morale, plus 7.5% melee defense for all units. Okay. 4% replenishment. Alright. Yeah, I suppose we'll fight this one. So it's gonna be a tough fight. Are those firepot ships? R2 says, fight the battle, please. First, send your mercenaries. Yeah, we'll send everybody together. The mercenaries are not really costing us much more than the regular troops. But yeah, normally I would be a little bit more liberal with the lives of the mercenaries. But essentially, we'll just send in the troops that are... But the troops that are in the best shape out front. The reinforcements... looks like they're coming in here. So I think what we'll do is we'll attack them from two sides. It's actually might work out pretty good in our favor. those there for now. Alright, try and get organized a little bit here.
Yours to command. Principes!
Triarii!
Melee infantry ready. Principes!
By your command!
Guys, there.
Principes! Principes! Melee infantry! Spears!
Yours to command!
That's everybody. And yeah, reinforcements coming in there. Shabal says, as usual, I believe in you, Rag. Thanks, brother. R2 says, beware of enemy fixed artillery on the walls. They could destroy your artillery units. Check the walls as soon as the battle starts. Good point. Good point. Yeah, those,
Ballista!
doesn't look like they have any over here anyway. I think we're in the clear. Let's, demolish this to start. Ooh, looks like artillery over on the opposite side, though. Unfortunately. Looks like artillery there. Wonder if,
Quick march!
we're getting shot at. We are getting shot at. Actually, move
Advance at
over to
speed!
there.
Spear infantry at your command! Advance
There.
at speed!
Ballista!
Guys, try and get in position there, and hopefully take those out.
Principes!
Move over that way. Fuck. Yeah, a little bit of a nuisance there.
Field artillery ready!
Almost got that down. R2 says, fortunately, there's no artillery on this side. Yeah, but unfortunately, our reinforcements are getting
Take aim!
mucked up a little bit. Though it doesn't, I don't know, it's hard to tell whether or not they're doing a lot of damage to us. We just pull those supply units off the field for now.
Men of Italia!
Let's move up.
Double!
Take the brunt of the fire there. It's hard to... Yeah, we can't tell if they still have ammunition or not.
Yours to command! Orders understood!
Is that the general? That's the general. Baggage train. Bomb boys, get in position.
Ballista! At the double! Ready! Advance ready at speed! Quick march!
I think they're just about out of ammunition. I think we're going to be okay. R2 says, sometimes some people rush too much when attacking a walled city and they forget about checking the walls for fixed artillery. Yeah, absolutely. It is something that I honestly forget about. A lot of times I'll set things up and I won't even be looking for it. And then, poof, you know, our artillery gets completely smashed. Ooh, Shiza, look at this. Look, oh my god, what the fuck? Where the frack did these guys come from?
Orders! Ready your weapons!
Melee troops awaiting orders!
I need to bring you guys down this way.
Advance! Spear ready!
Your
This
orders!
shit.
Prepare to engage! Principes!
And the rest of you
Advance at speed!
lined up over here. It's turning into a bit of a mess. R2 says, and they end up frustrated when the enemy fixed artillery destroys their artillery units. Absolutely. The one thing that's kind of annoying is
Ballista!
restrict camera. Kind of frustrating to play with sometimes. Right. Yeah, I think he's out of ammunition, so I think we're safe there. But yeah, we gotta get these guys warmed up. Though, oh shit, we got artillery on the walls over here too. God, man, the range on those things is pretty crazy. Let's just back up. I have a feeling they're gonna bring them in. Can they bring them in? Oh, they've got to go all the way through there. These guys still.
Ready your weapons! For glory! Ready and waiting!
Shit, back up.
Time! Advance and speed!
R2 says, yes, the camera view is limited at legendary level. Yeah, it's really frustrating on maps like this sometimes.
Field artillery awaiting orders!
They're not doing a very good job on these towers. How are we doing for ammunition wise? I haven't used up a lot of ammunition just yet.
Field artillery! Yours
Alright,
to
let's
command!
take out. Let's take out that tower.
Back, men!
Oh my god, are you shitting me?
At your command!
We're losing to these guys here.
Draw! Weapon ready!
But these guys freaking surrounded, man. And we are
Ready and waiting!
losing this fight.
Equities!
Alright, go get those guys. What if you don't let those enemy marine units get into the city? We're gonna do what we can here. Try and take them out. It's a little bit dangerous because it puts us in range of these towers and also the artillery. So I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but they do have to come all the way through here. Get in here. That was really annoying, man, this guy right here. Try and, yeah, see, it puts us in the range of, yeah, range of their javelins as well.
Ready and willing!
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's worth it. Fuck.
Ballista! Equities!
Kind of committed to it. Oh, man.
At the double! Principes! Double time! At the double! Italian spearmen! Ready for orders!
Alright, we need to create a breach here, because we've got no way to get over the walls. We'll make sure we do that.
Ballista! Take aim! Principes!
And
Battle group, awake! Battle group ready! Spear infantry ready!
yeah, see, this is a terrible idea.
We await your command!
Cutting these guys off, just getting
Your
fucked
orders.
up. R2 says you should open at least one breach on the walls, and Shabal says, "Oh, these poor cavalry." Yeah. Alright, let's cut these guys off. Over here, we've got the ladders, so we can use the ladders to get up the walls. But yeah, it might have been a better idea to create a breach. But what I'm planning is I'm not necessarily going to send these guys through over the walls. Depending on what happens on this side.
At your service!
Alright, we got the first breach.
Double time! Ready!
Guys can start moving up.
Orders understood!
Yeah, because the thing is, what's most likely going to happen here
Commander!
is
Ready
the
troops awaiting orders!
AI is going to get locked.
Advance!
AI is going to get locked over here until we come into this side. So I'm not going to bring these guys over until they start pulling these troops back this way. But what I'm hoping is that we can get in here and capture these victory points with these troops and take up a defensive position potentially. And let's just bring the ballista up here. On guard mode. R2 says, now you have the chance for getting inside the city from the other side. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if this ended up being worth it or not. Did prevent them from getting in there, but we are taking a lot of unnecessary casualties. R2 says, hurry up, lol. They're moving as fast as they can. I don't know what they're doing with those ships. I think those are probably their pot-burning ships or whatever they are. Let's bring you guys over and get in behind over here.
Your orders, Commander.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll pull back once these guys are killed.
Ready for orders. For glory! Fighters! Flying wedge!
Alright, boys. Start moving in.
Double time! Spear infantry ready.
Just gonna create a bit of a log jam here.
We await your command.
R2 says, don't leave your cavalry units for too many seconds in there. Yeah. Better just to cycle charge. These freaking Marines, man, my god. Should charge with your cap for just about 5 seconds. The cap is a little bit lackluster there. The charge seems a bit... What the... Why are you letting these guys get away there?
Attack their position.
Charge is kind of disappointing, like... Don't really do a lot on the impact. And they're not particularly good in melee either. Yeah, let's bring the cap back. You guys are right there. You guys come over here. I'll finish them off, and let's keep moving with these boys. Alright, let's get up here to this. And what the fuck is happening here? Why are you guys on? Oh man. I can relax. Shabal says, pop burning, are we all going to get high? Yeah, I don't know what those ships are called, but they have the burning pots or whatever to burn the other ships. R2 says, try to win by time by trying to capture the victory point. That's what that's exactly what we're going to try and do here. Let's see if we can get you guys in here too.
Sons of Mars.
These guys just do not want to rack and break.
Equities! Quickly now. Orders understood. Principes!
And effed up by those towers.
We await your command. At speed.
Greek fire, yeah, the Greek fire ships. My apologies. Alright. Pull back here. It doesn't look like we're in too badly damaged out of that. Alright, yeah, now they are starting to pull some of these guys back. Let's go for them.
At your service. Advance at speed by your command.
I think we'll be bringing him in. Bringing a few of them back.
Ready
Everybody's too dang slow, that's the problem. It's definitely causing them to shift their troops.
Spears!
We did not capture this yet. So one of you stay put in there. Keep capturing it. I don't... Capture points, victory points, capture points. Yeah, the important one is the
Italian
victory
spearmen!
point over here.
Yours to command!
Let's bring some of you guys over this way as well. R2 says the victory capture point is somewhere else, close to something that looks like a circular sign. Some boys moving over this way too.
Principes!
Go over this way.
Ready.
Spears!
Just deal with them. Yeah, the victory point is over here. So the 2 capture points.
We await your command.
I'll back this way and help with them.
Principes! Melee troops!
We're almost there.
Spearmen ready for orders.
Italian swordsmen!
Everybody's getting into position. We have a little bit of artillery. I
We await your
think it'd be
command.
just too cumbersome to bring them in through there.
Melee infantry! Italian spearmen!
Let's go fight it out with them.
Swords! Double time! Italian spearmen! Quick march! Principes!
Just bring everybody in here. It's the important spot. But yeah, these guys are all pretty well locked into position because we've got these guys over here, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about them too much. R2 says the advantage by winning by time is what you get less casualties. Absolutely, absolutely, and it's the reason why I positioned this army on the army on opposite sides of the map, because it would have been really difficult to capture the victory point if we positioned this army over here. Because they would have just deployed all of their troops along the wall, and we would have to fight through all of them to get over here. So whereas we do it this way, and we can
Italian spearmen!
Advance at speed.
yeah, force them to deploy over here, and then that way these guys just slip in the back door. Easy game, easy life, as I like to say. Dash Dash says it's so funny in Rome 2 when you just sneak land your navy into their harbor and go sneak cap the town. Yeah, that's another option as well. If we had some naval units, we would sneak in there. But I mean, that's the nice thing about having you know, combined naval and... Alright, let's just slow these guys down so they don't get over to here.
At your command.
But yeah, there's a nice thing about having combined naval and military forces. It just gives you another dimension to the attack. It gives you more options, right? But it is a little wonky when the AI lets you get away with it.
Italian swordsmen! Italian spearmen!
But yeah, I think we're looking good here.
Jupiter gives us strength
They're running. Just stay put there.
at the double!
Alright, I think we got the victory point locked up. We can just run out the clock. R2 says, just don't let any enemy unit get close to where your victory point capture. Yeah, if they start to, even if they just touch the yellow line, they will negate the fact that we've got it captured. So we just got to be careful for that. Let's move up and let's move over this side. now they're bringing... They realize the urgency of the situation. Bringing all their troops. We've got it. Let's bring you guys back this way. All right. 481 losses. I think a lot of those losses were cutting off the naval troops from getting into the settlement and just taking the damage from the range units on the walls and the towers. And then probably some of this also was that artillery piece on the opposite side that sort of caught us when we were entering the battlefield.
We hunger for battle.
Settlement captured. Very nice. Increase in rank. I suppose we could keep that. I prefer to have this. 10 turns to convert it, though. I'm just going to demolish it because we need the cash that we've got. R2 says, yes, if you use 2 armies or 1 army and 1 fleet, is that you can distract the enemy with one of your armies in a specific side of the city, then use the other army to sneak in the city, capturing the victory point. Yeah, it works like a charm. Works really well. It honestly, it was I think it got patched to some extent, but it was a really blatant thing that you could do in
At your command.
Thrones of Britannia when it first came out.
Ready for battle.
And like Thrones of Britannia had some really good siege maps as well, some really big sort of intricate siege maps, and you were basically, you could just deploy your army on one side of the map, and then you could sneak in the back door with just 1 or 2 units and capture the victory point. It worked real nice. Just gonna go with the movement range for you, I guess. Alright, so a little bit of public order issues here. Can't afford to do that.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
Alright, okay, well, we can actually tax this, and the rebellion's not going to hit just yet. Though,
Commander.
yeah, I think this army's going to march back to Rome, or at least to Latium et Campania, to recruit some more troops, get back to full strength. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get some more of the Triarii. But yeah, I think we'll turn the taxes off here. Just try and avoid a rebellion here, because it's going to slow us down. This province, however, I don't think we're going to be able to get away with not having a rebellion. But we will keep the taxes off for now, while we try and consolidate the province. So, what we might want to do is just leave some armies in position to deal with the rebellions, and just send 1 army to finish these guys off. So that's pretty nice. We've almost finished off the Samnites, so that's good. I mean, I guess we could look at this, you know, rebellion, them turning on us, as a blessing in disguise, because it has allowed us to consolidate all of this territory. We'll have almost all of the south of Italy. Basically 3 full provinces down here, which is always nice. R2 says, I think winning by capturing the victory point has some logic. Maybe it represents the enemy's surrender. Yeah, no, definitely. I think, you know, it certainly does have a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a logical dimension to it. For sure. And the thing is, too, like, if there weren't capture points in there, it would really make sieging, I don't know, it would limit your options for sieging, right? Like, you wouldn't have the same strategic options or tactical options when you go to make the attack. I didn't check the politics this turn, but we are okay. Yeah, these guys are actually getting in because their generals are participating in some of the battles and stuff, which is improving our relations with them. So the only thing with that is we're losing control, but we do get some bonuses out of having a balanced Senate. We just don't want it to drop too far down. Yeah, there are bonuses kind of in the middle. Is kind of where you want it. Actually, if it were to drop down one more level, it would be kind of nice because we get like a little bit more of a public order bonus and more of a diplomacy bonus, more of a research bonus. So yeah, I feel like right here is the sweet spot. Balanced influence Senate. R2 says, but sometimes you might have a hard time getting to the victory point. I almost didn't win some walled city siege battles because time was running out for me. Yeah, time is certainly a constraint as well. That's why I don't know. I personally think it's a little bit more realistic playing with a timer. I think the 60-minute timer is more than enough for the battles, but it increases the tension of the battles, and it's, like I said, I think it's more realistic because, you know, you can't just, like, ancient armies didn't just fight battles, you know, endlessly, right? Like, they
At your service.
eventually, you know, would have to stop at some point due to exhaustion, right? Like, battles typically only lasted, you know, a day, if that. So, alright, what do we got here? Increasing the culture is probably a good idea. The taxes is not huge. Cultural conversion, increase that. And reduction of empire maintenance. Let's go with that. These guys have leveled up. Replenishment rate. And I'm gonna go down this route because I kind of like this empire maintenance. Go with the empire maintenance. Alright, we're gonna end the turn. R2 says, of course, the troops need to rest. 100%, man. 100%. Which is, you know, like a... Yeah, it kind of breaks my immersion a little bit if I were to, like, put the battle limit to be limitless, that there's no time limit on the battles. So... Uh-oh. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. My goodness. It's one of the downsides of living with two freaking cats. Freaking furballs. There's... Always seems like you're sneezing. R2 says, but some dislike the idea of time limit for siege battles. I can understand that because... I can understand that as well because, you know, there are players that just want to really take their time and use, you know, every sort of tactic to their ability, but I think there's arguments for it on both sides. Just my personal preference is to have the hour time limit. Marcus says, bless you. Thanks, Marcus. R2 says, ends, they also dislike the idea of winning battles by capturing the victory point. And Shabal says, bless you. Thank you, boys. Acculturation, syncretism. With the discourse and exchange comes the realism that you are not so different after all. +4 owning cultural influence. Spreads owning factions culture to +2 influence to all provinces. Inclusion, -50% public order penalties. And cultural suppression, +10 owning factions cultural influence. I think we'll go with this one. Alright, guys. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream. I haven't been doing super long streams on the Total War channel of late, but I've been, yeah, my schedule's been kind of up in the air a little bit just with Baldur's Gate 3 having come out. I've been working a lot on the secondary channel. Jabal says we accept everyone here. Everyone will do what they like. Exactly. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm hoping to come back to this again tomorrow and play some more of this. Maybe try and play a little bit of a longer stream. Just get into a bit of a better rhythm. But we got some good work done here today for sure. We fought some large battles. And we retook a lot of this territory in the south here, or at least took it from our enemies. And our former ally is about to be eliminated from the game, so we're getting pretty close for that. Shabal says, it's okay, thanks for the stream, have a good one. Guys, thank you so much, a really great turnout tonight. I really appreciate it. Marcus says, ooh, Baldur's Gate. Oh, you're not a fan, eh, Marcus? Oh, that's crazy. R2 says, sometimes you win a walled siege battle without capturing the victory point and before killing all the enemy units as well. The enemy surrenders. Yeah, true enough. When the army losses kicks in. Guys, I'm going to redirect you to DM Wyvern's stream. He's playing Baldur's Gate 3. If you're interested in checking that out. It's definitely a fun game. Not without its faults, but yeah, go say hi to Wyvern and the Wyvern's Lair. I don't know how much longer he's going to be going for because he has been going for all day, but I'm going to put the redirect in there anyway. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll get back to some more Divide at Impera very soon, hopefully tomorrow. And have a great night. Ragnarok out.